Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because the exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't want to talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats would tell lies, then they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yo. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Salute to the fam on this good Thursday. We back to build on this good boxing. How y'all feeling, man? Another week, another boxing build. Y'all already know if you catch this on the playback, man, smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on. Come on and rock out. Come on and build with the dopest chat on YouTube, man. And I mean that. We got some real ones in the building. Salute to the channel, man. Salute to everybody that continues to support the grind. All things, my guy. What's good with it, family? Ace, what's good with it? IB, my guy. Mike Mazak, my guy. What's good with it, Mike? Zane in the building. Andrew Gray and Nell Trey Skills, my guys. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling today, man? I see we got to talk about it. We knew this day was coming. We knew this news was gonna come out. We knew for those that was really paying attention and really using common sense, there's nothing breaking news about, Ryan Garcia's B sample. There's no breaking news there. It's the same piss. I mean, we all knew that he had very, very high chance of coming back positive, right? That never was the question. Not for me, not for a lot of us, because we knew better, right? But I see a lot of people like, see, I told you he was dirty. I told you this doesn't prove nothing more than the last test does. You know what I'm saying? He still got to fight to prove if he intentionally did this or not. You know what I mean? It doesn't change much. You know what I mean? So it's a slight update, but that doesn't change nothing. Like, I don't know who the hell thought it was going to be negative. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't going to happen. Zoomverse, peace and blessings to my guy, man. Appreciate you, bro. Always sharing the lives, man. Appreciate you as well, man. Hey, you get what I'm saying? Same piss. And get what I'm saying, bro? Like, we know what time it is, but we're going to talk about it because it's out there. I see it everywhere. So, we build on things differently. Like, we might talk about the same stuff, but we going to do it differently than everybody else, man. We start by not making a whole bunch of assumptions and acting surprised over something we pretty much knew was about to happen. We knew this test was about to be positive. We knew that. What we really want to know is what's next, right? I'm glad the steps are just, they happen and taking its time, but we getting somewhere. We should know more within the next few days or a couple days, or up until a week or something to that effect. Yeah, smash that like button. Tay, what it do, fam? He said, Devin, the sad excuse with man, how you don't want to in blood, can't take a loss. Now, but look, Tay, he said he wanted it back. He said he wanted the rematch. It's just been some mixed feelings about it. And again, bro, I always say this because when you come here, just know, JusDueBoxing gonna build with you. We men over here, we gonna always build. Like, I get you. Your initial feelings, like, man, he don't want that get back, man. That's crazy. I get you, but just feel me. Keep your stance, but I'm always gonna put something on your mind. Just look at it like he having mixed feelings because he feel like, why would I deal with a cheater? I was saying this the other day. You get what I'm saying? Why would I deal with a cheater again? Why would I give him a chance to make money with me again? And he did this the first time. Who to say he won't do it again? Like, especially if you yourself as the fighter feel like you've been cheated the first time and he'll do anything to win. You in your mind feeling like, yo, he'll do it again. Why give him another shot? Get what I'm saying? But still the fighter in him like, yo, he want his get back. Remember, he said it at the right weight this time. Remember? He was like, yeah, I would love to run it back, but at the right weight. But that was right slightly before the cheating stuff came out, the PED stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. I think part of him as a fighter do want it back, but, it's still early, and I think it's a lot of emotion, especially when you're taking your first loss. It's a lot to deal with and process mentally. And then you add in the fact that you think a guy was cheating. You get what I'm saying? It's very understandable for me. I get it. I get that, man. I get it. And I got this little video of them allegedly, the quote unquote loss that he scraped off his record in Mexico, which I call cap on because I think people trying to pile it on. I think the fact that, he took an L in the ring against Ryan, people see it fitting to try to push the narratives. And I told you, I'm always for boxing. I shoot narratives down. I don't care who don't like it. When it's false news or just something that I think is like a witch hunt or some BS, I'll call it out. So I got that little clip in here too. We're going to talk about it. We're going to come up with why. Now, yeah, he A&L, his leash is very short, bro, with his explanations. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like, we're not trying to hear setup. We're not trying to hear Illuminati. We're not trying to hear it. You get what I'm saying? We want to hear something realistic, bro. Like, if it's contamination, then you and your team with all the money you got should be able to present the case that would illustrate that that's the case, right? You get what I'm trying to say? So that's where I'm at with it. Like, I think his room for excuses is it's short-lived. I don't think he has a big leash at all. You know what I'm saying? He on a short leash is what I'm saying. Okay, man, pause. I'm saying his hair. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. Jobber, what's good with it, fam? We only can talk about what's out there, and then we try to come to a logical conclusion, right? It's a lot of we just don't know what's the all come of it. But I got that post as well where they talking about his hair follicle was tested and it was negative. Mr. Plus 300, what it do, fam? Right, you on it too. I got it. Jay Allen, what it do, fam? Ace, my guy said, do you feel like we ever see Tank versus Devin? I feel like Devin don't want any parts of Tank. I think as long as he's still at 40, I think it's a possibility, Ace. I think if he moves outside of 140, I think it's dead in the water. You get what I'm saying? I think as long as he's at 140, it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? That's an option, Trey. That's what I'm saying, yo. If it's contamination and they both seeming like they got a hard time making 140, running back at 47. I like that, Trey. I'm with you. Tell you what to do. He said, Ryan Garcia, clown. Look, I can't argue that, bro. He's been handling this situation in a very immature manner. You get what I'm saying? So I can't argue with you there. You know what I'm saying? Which method is more accurate, though? Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Sure, they tested Ryan Harris. Yeah, look. So look, this is we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through it. I know what I'm talking about what Devin did to Regis. We could talk about that too again, Zane. I got the video about that as well. So look, we here to build, man. This is what we always do. Y'all free to build with me. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute, man. If y'all want to come up and talk about this, y'all feel free to do it. Y'all know over here, we all about building, man. No arguing, no complaining. We just trying to have an honest boxing conversation, man. B sample results came back in a week, right? Something to that effect, IB, something to that effect, something around the line. So let me go through this. Look, this was Dan Raphael, Opulent LDTV. Blessings, family. How you feeling, bro? This was Dan Raphael reporting breaking. He said Ryan's B sample results were returned Thursday a.m., one day after being opened. I had the lab reports and the B samples as expected. Matched A samples. Both are positive for the banned PED ostarine related to vital tests the day before and after the Haney fight. He put hashtag boxing. So that's him basically letting you know that the results were back in. Again, like I said, let's just go through this. There was no surprise there because that's the same urine. So the chances of him testing negative were very, very slim to none, unless it was some type of foul play going on, you know what I'm saying, with the initial first test, which I don't think is the case. So this is where we at. But this dude had a number of different tweets saying he loves steroids. Let's go. We positive vibes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'll never make money again with boxing. Your loss, not mine. Like this dude. So again, when bro come in here and say, yo, he a clown, when Tay say that, this is why I don't argue with Tay, because what kind of guy, like, again, even if you know you've done nothing wrong, this ain't how you carry it. At some point, you have to be mature about your situation because it's nothing to joke about. You got people out here that really feel some type of way about you, Ryan, because they feel like you tried to kill that man. And again, I think that the situation, the climate is a little too hot for him to be trolling. And that's why I said before, that could be his undoing. He don't know when to turn that switch off. You got to know at some point, trolling ain't the way to deal with it, bro. You bugging out and you looking like a fool. You get what I'm saying? AJ64, what it do, family? As long as Devin saying you don't want to fight with Ryan again, I don't want to see it. Yeah, but again, John Fury in the building, he said, facts. Salute to you. The pigeon in the building was good, fam. I want to see the levels, though. Hey, look. Me too, Jordan Smith, my guy, Roger was good with it. He said, Ryan is innocent. Hair test came back. We going through it, Roger. I got you. You know, I got y'all. So this is the urine test, right? I'm just bringing everybody up to speed. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Sub to the channel if you haven't. Make sure y'all notifications on. I'm trying to get this engagement right, man. We trying to grow. We trying to build. We on the road to 10K. But let's get to this. So look. That's Dan Raphael reporting about the urine test. As we all know, there's no breaking news there. I know a lot of people put that in their titles. It's not breaking news if you knew that they used the same piss and it more than likely was going to test positive anyway. You know what I mean? So look, that's that. But here, you know, I also came across this as well before I got up here. And this was him, you know, this was his team. Man, damn, my bad, y'all. Hold on. This was his team speaking about the situation and saying, listen, he got his hair tested. They're saying he got his hair tested. And his legal team is saying it came back negative. So they believe contamination caused the positive test. So again, as I've always said this, what this tells me is that is the fight that's left for him. That's the angle. That's what he should be trying to prove, if this is contamination or not. You get what I'm saying? Nothing else to me, really, you know, it's nothing else he can fight. You can't fight that it was in there. They tested it. It's there. You know what I mean? Now, the fight, like I've always said, is how did it get there? How did it get there? Knowingly, contamination? Was it a mistake? You know what I'm saying? Was it your supplements? Was they tainted? You know, things like that. So that's that. Again, that's his fight, bro. That's the fight for him. Got history and Bill Haney made it pathetic snack. Devin got KOK. Positive or not, Ryan looked like the same fighter versus dad, maybe in the worst shape. Yo, Trey, man, look, I know a lot of people see it different, bro, because I hear a lot of different people breakdowns. Just do gonna have to agree with my brother Trey right there, man. I think he looked very much the same but even in worse shape. You get what I'm saying? Some people made a lot of a big deal about the way he looked against Tank versus versus Devin, and I get it, but if you see the kind of shape that he was in, he really fought in spurts the entire time. Like, that's very risky. If Devin Haney had the kind of power that Ryan Garcia had, he would have been in trouble. You know what I mean? All the fighting in them spurts like that, that's the type of stuff that gets you beat up. Mr. Holden was good what he said, pulling strings. I like that, but not Bill. A lot of people feel like that, Tay. Cal Cooler, blessings, family. Salute to my guy. Appreciate you as always in the building, man. King Johnson in the building said Canelo took a hair test and is still suspending him. Hair test doesn't mean nothing. Look, we just here to talk about it. We here to talk about it. Yeah, because at the end of the day, Aisha, peace and blessings to the queen. Good to see you in the building as always. The thing is, it's a test. At the end of the day, you can't disregard it, but I don't think it's the end all be all. I think it just shows that maybe they have a fight on their hands, and like they've always had. I think he has to improve that. It wasn't intentional. I've always said that. So I think nothing's going to change. You get what I'm saying? B sample doesn't change anything, but how it got there is going to change everything. And if he can't prove that, as I stated all along, if he cannot prove that, then he's up shit's creek and he's going to be facing suspension and this win possibly being overturned. And that's just what it is, turned to a no contest as it should. Like I said, man, it's just disgusting that he running around here carrying it the way he is. I just don't like it. I can't stress that enough. I think it's just it's a lack of maturity on his behalf. You get what I'm saying? I think he got to know when to press pause on the trolling and kind of refrain from being immature on social media. You get what I'm saying? If you don't got nothing realistic to speak out when you speaking on your own situation, like you shouldn't even say nothing. Like if you're gonna be playing and like if you're going to be saying stuff like you love steroids and let's go, we positive vibes, bro. Like you making light of it. I don't think nothing funny. And then I don't like this whole, I don't care. I'll never make money again with boxing. Your loss, not mine. It's not boxing's loss. See, and this again, why I don't like this, LaMarcus, peace, family. How you feeling, bro? Why I don't like this is because now you almost sound like you talking like you bigger than boxing. Now it's like, yeah, I made my money. So look, I'll never make money with y'all again. I don't need y'all now. So you get what I'm saying? I don't like this whole bigger than boxing. I don't need y'all. It's y'all lost. Boxing will continue. Boxing will continue. Like you just one guy in the sport of boxing. Like I don't care how much money you think you generate. Boxing will never stop because of one guy, especially not you. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like my criticism to him is mainly how he dealing with this situation. It's just distasteful and it's immature, and it's gonna be even worse if you can't prove like yourself to not have done anything wrong. You're gonna look even worse. You know what I'm saying? You did all this trolling, all this playing, all these deflection tactics just to be guilty is wild. So, and if you waited, not to juice up against Tank Davis, the guy that punched your rib into your kidney and punched you into submission. I'm not gonna juice for that guy. But I'm going to juice for the guy that I claim is pillow fisted, right? That can't punch, right? That's the guy I'm going to juice for. Not only that, I'm going to pass all these tests, but the night of and the night after, 19th and the 20th, I'm going to fail them. I'm going to take something and try. Like, you get what I'm saying? You got, and I'm going to keep saying it, bro. Not to be the dead horse, but you got to be the dumbest guy in the world to do that. You have to be an idiot, bro. Fight game. What it do, family? How you feeling? Everybody distracted by his Uncle Vic like this. LB was good. House is trying to justify drug use. Nah, listen, not over here. So I don't know what anybody else is trying to do, LB. You know what I'm saying? And I feel you know what I mean? If somebody's trying to justify it, it's wild. But I want to be clear to make sure my words are being heard correctly. There's no justification for somebody cheating, right? But there is a real conversation inside of it, right? Like I said, there's things out there that you just can't ignore. You can't ignore the 4 consecutive negative tests, just like you can't ignore the 2 now with this one being the 3 positive tests, right? So you got some negative tests, you got some positive tests. You got, as he stated, as his legal team stated. Hold on, where is it, man? That's something else. Hold on. His legal team claimed that he got his hair sample tested and it was negative. I don't know if that overrides anything at all, but I would I would suspect, based off what they're presenting, that's what their argument or their fight is going to be. You get what I'm saying? We got this hair sample that was tested and it was negative. So they're saying, you know, the other tests were positive because it's consistent with contamination. And I believe that's what they're going to try to prove. So I don't know about you, bro, but for me, intent matters, right? Ultimately, there's some self-accountability that has to take place because he's responsible for whatever goes into his body. So even if he can prove that he didn't know and he did it and it was accidental, there's still a responsibility that falls on him, because you get what I'm saying? He you know, he got to hold himself accountable for whatever he put in his body. But at the same time, intent matters. And if he can prove that it's contamination, I'm not going to look at him the same as a guy that was trying to intentionally juice. I can't tell y'all how to look at it. I can't tell y'all how to feel about it, but I'm a real one. If he can prove that he didn't intend to do it and the levels in his system is consistent with contamination and he can prove that, then I get it. You still criticize him for being in the system, period, but you at least look at him in a different light. If he can prove, keyword prove, without a shot of a doubt, that, yo, I didn't do this on purpose. You get what I'm saying? Then I can level with him. Yeah, he still got to be held accountable. He still should get suspended, fined, and all that. But I don't think the law should be overturned, right? I don't think it should be a no contest. But if he can't prove it, then hell yeah, no contest. Fine the hell out of him. Suspend the hell out of him. Get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because with him moving this way and saying how he don't care, you know, he loves steroids, he making fun out of it. This is why I say throw the book at him. If he can't prove that, get him out of here. Simple. It's simple. I'm a fair person. I'm a realistic person. I'm not going to go overboard because to make people happy. But nothing I'm saying is justifying cheating at all. I'm just realistic about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's simple. And that's it. That's all. Yeah, fact, none. You know what I mean? You're going to say it was chicken like Canelo did. It ain't working. That ain't working. You get what I'm saying? That ain't going to work. You know what I mean? That ain't going to work. Salute to everybody in the building. Be in boxing news. What's good, my guy? How you feeling? My social media and same dude to everybody. Went and sent to the crazy hospital. Yup. Because you just always got to keep a watchful eye on them. 300. You know what I'm saying? It's getting real weird. Both sides. Yeah, it is. LaMarcus is weird. Chop shop in the building. What's good, family? Kyle Sports, my guy, JBT family. What it do, fam? How you feeling? Just Ryan's own guy who helped him cut weight for the fight said that's when you start losing weight. Molecules that get trapped in the fat will be released into the bloodstream. That's how for negative. Yeah, listen, I can't argue none of that, Chop. I ain't arguing none of it. You dig me? Because I ain't trying to give him no wiggle room, no arguments where you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to make any case that he didn't do it. The only thing for me, and I want everybody in here to hear me clearly, for me, if he can prove that he didn't intentionally did it and it's contamination, I can't look at him as a guy that was trying to intentionally juice. If he cannot prove that, then I have to look at him as a guy that was intentionally trying to juice. You get what I'm saying? Does that sound fair? That sound logical to the situation? That's how I approach it. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're gonna always see him as a cheap. The fact that it was in the system, so I get it. BN said ban him. I get you, BN. Listen, if he can't prove it, Jay Tassie, what it do? It's the same piss. It was just a B sample, Jay, and it was an update. And I already knew that it would be positive. So people are just reacting off it. I want to make sure I don't overreact. This is no different than what the A sample was because it's the same urine, literally. So the chances of him testing negative in this one was very slim to none, unless it was some type of foul play. And like I said earlier, I doubt that. I heard he submitted, girls' pubic hair. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't hear that, though. But here it is. Like, so we don't got this is just what the reports are. His legal team claims they got some hair. They got a hair sample. Horry Finch, JBT family. How you feeling, bro? Zach B in the building. Was good with it. We all knew it. Yeah, the hair and a small amount of rules out that he was not juicing for that fight. We have to see how it plays out. Zach B, that's where I'm at with it. Just finishing it play out because the hair follicle thing, like, I know people might want to ignore it, but I'm just going to take it for what it is, right? I'm going to look at it like that's just another piece of information that wasn't at play before. So, again, I don't think that overrides everything, but from what it seemed like his legal team is trying to make the case that it's contamination because of the negative hair sample. So I'm not the judge or jury. I'm not here to decide. I'm just putting out there what was real. That's all. You know what I mean? The right information. Tim Stoudemire in the building was good with it. That Shalom stop giving any of the consideration to Ron. He said he loves steroids. Yeah, I hate. That's what I'm saying, Chop. Even though I know some of this is just tasteless trolling and it's ignorance and immaturity, I still ain't gonna let that, make me abandon logic in this situation. He's an idiot, straight up, by saying stuff like that, right? But I'm still waiting to see if he can prove that case. If he can't, because it's going to be simple. It's either he can or he can't, and ain't no middle ground. And if he can't, fry his ass, and like being said, get him up out of here, bro. Get his ass up out of here. I mean, both of them. It's too much drama. Yeah, it's a lot, man. I never anticipated this. I gotta be. I'm gonna check you right now, okay? This from Bubba Dub BN. This you? I want to make sure this is you. Ryan Hair came back good. That means it wasn't heavy in the system. Devon was good with it, bro. That's where we at with it. You know what I'm saying? We just considering all things. We want to make sure we having the right conversation. Nobody justifying, no dirty, no foul play, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we on. So, you know what I mean, if I have a parole officer and I piss dirty, you're not trying to hear me talk, I can bring a hair sample from home. Yeah. But listen, I get it. I can't argue that, bro. Hennessy, what it do, fam? Hair negative 5 string, positive for jerkers. Is it Uncle Pack up Uncle Vic up? We said, when is they gonna pack Uncle Vic up? Who Uncle Vic? Oh, but I got you, BN. Let me play it.
Just got some disturbing news. Ryan Garcia sample B test came back positive for steroids. Trash. Devin Haney, Bill Haney, I owe y'all an apology, fam. I'm sorry. I just thought Devin got the dog shit beat out of him. That's what I thought. And he did. It's because Ryan Garcia, PED, steroid, balcony taking ass, cheating. Your ass should be banned for 10 years. Why you cheat, fam? You could have killed Devin. You have to cheat to beat. Right. Get his ass out of boxing right now. That's why when you caught Devin in that first round with that left hook, he got to looking for these damn AirPods. I knew there was someone right. You cheated, fam. Apologies, Devin. Apologies, Bill. You went to all that just to beat Devin, dog? Come on, man.
Hope they don't copyright me for that music. Yeah, that little music in the back. Hopefully not. But salute to my guy being. That was Bubba Dub here, fool. Mike Ron, man. Peace and blessings, family. Hope you feeling well over there, bro. They say the hair sample says Ron didn't benefit from it. Yeah, and that's where I'm at with it, Mike. You just got to consider all things, right? The mature ones know that when you say consider all things, that don't mean that you justifying it, that you trying to create an out for them. You just being real to the situation. You just letting the facts and the information come out, and you're going to let the situation come to a conclusion. Ultimately, when they make the conclusion, that's when I'm going to make my final assessment on it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, when it's all said and done, I'm not trying to hear nobody crying setup or Illuminati. I'm not going for that. Like, you got enough money, you got enough resources, you got a legal team, you got lawyers, get them on the job. They should be able to figure out, present a case, and prove that you didn't intentionally ingest PEDs. If they can't do that with all the money you got, Mr. 30 mil in the night, remember that, Mr. Blessed, the highly favored, no disrespect. You know, I rock with Ryan, but I don't rock with cheating. So Mr. Blessed, the highly favored, you dig what I'm saying? So if you can't fight your fight the right way, it is what it is, bro. And I don't give a damn. And let the roast commence. You know what I mean? Everybody should deal with him accordingly. He made a joke out of this shit. He made a mockery out of this situation. If he can't get things right with the people, you know what I mean, legally, from a legal standpoint, then I think he should be roasted. I think he should be fined accordingly. I think he should be suspended heavily. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say for life, but I think heavily. I think they should make an example out of him. Simply because I would feel like he used his money and his likeness to try to get over on the sport. And like Bubba Dub said, all jokes aside, you could have killed somebody. So I always said that my energy been consistent. So I want everybody to understand we ain't backing no cheaters, but we always gonna be realistic and not emotional. You know what I'm saying? It is messed up that Dev even got to sit through all of this and wait for any type of judgment. Like, he should be just being able to process whether he lost or not, and that's it. But the fact that he got to sit here and worry about somebody cheating him is a whole nother fight. That's why I say when people say he got to man up, I don't think it's a matter of him not being a man. He's human, and he feel this shit, and he the one that got to deal with this. Think about all the memes, all the shit that came from this. And then on top of this, if a dude had an unfair advantage, ain't nobody going to rock with that. You get what I'm saying? Solo Dolo said the boxing commission is sitting back letting the champs fight it out instead of applying the law and the rules. Yeah, they should be applying the law and the rules. All right, man, what it do, family? Yeah, for sure. I got you right now. Polo, what it do, fam? How you feeling? PR Boxing was good with it. Samuel, what it do, fam? Ant, what it do? Tony, should I say? Tony, what it do, fam? If I was a fighter, honestly, I would take it to court. I would demand a rematch instead of going to court and having it overturned. Nah, the thing is, you fight for it. You fight for it to be overturned, bro, because you feel like it was foul play involved, Tony. So just because you fight for, it to be overturned, if in fact it was foul play involved, don't mean you can't get your get back. But it don't mean you should give up a loss, right? You shouldn't give nobody no damn win. And Devin is fighting the fight that he should be fighting respectfully. Like, that man doing what he's supposed to be doing. People saying he crying, but boxing is an emotional sport. He just took his first loss against a rival. You know what I mean? That he went back and forth with as amateurs. Like, you get what I'm saying? You're not here. And like I said, he did everything right. So King Doc, what it do, fam? How you feeling? So-called boxing fans. Yeah, you over here, if you listen to the conversation, Just ain't defending nothing. We just having a genuine conversation. Cal said, Just, that's why I rock with you, fam. You approach this game with logic. Ryan being dirty is one topic. Dev's skill set line, Ryan to get off on him. That's the other topic, right? Now you're not tripping. That's for people that's not being emotional, Cal. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's understanding that you can have a conversation that other than just PED talk. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, in terms of game plan, execution, strategy, those things are real. You can't ignore that stuff, right? Even Dev himself said it, right? Some things that you got to correct, fix, go back and work on. Like, that's a real conversation. But that's one. And then the PED thing, that's like, all right, I want losing is one part, but not if you had an unfair advantage. I'm not going for it. Oh man, what it do, fam? Let me take this there. I got you. What's good with it, bro?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
Man, oh man. I knew this day was coming.
Yeah, talk to me.
Y'all can hear me all right?
Yeah, we get you.
Okay. See, like I said earlier on your show, and shout out to you, man, because you've been consistent. I respect that. A lot of these other channels, they're doing the most, capping for Ryan, but you stay consistent through day one.
Yeah. No need to cap for him if he cheat, just be real to the situation. If you really love boxing, you got to acknowledge that there's a real possibility that a guy could have been cheated. And as a real boxing supporter, you acknowledge that. That's the fight for Devin Haney. It's not him being a sore loser. It's none of that.
Sore
It's
loser,
separate.
sad and depressed and all that. I'm like, dude, man, at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia, he felt the need to cheat. There's no opinion on it no more. It's not if he cheated. Nah, he did cheat. Now he has to prove that it wasn't intentional, which is going to be it's going to be really hard because these companies, they're not going to want him saying, "Oh, I took this supplement and whatever." Ryan, breaking news: Ryan is facing a defamation lawsuit for Prime for saying he drunk Prime and Prime put Ostarine in the system. So it's like, no matter what company he tries to lie about, he's going to face another lawsuit, and that, I feel like it's the beginning of the end for Ryan, because you got to deal with Nevada. I mean, not Nevada. You got to deal with New York State Athletic Commission. Now you got to deal with the judges in Texas, because that's where they filed the lawsuit for defamation in Texas. It's so much going on for Ryan. Right. And the best thing Ryan can do right now is to fire all his yes men and get lawyered the hell up right now, because it's looking real ugly. Because it's not just about with your fist; it's about with your money and your resources. Because man, oh man, defamation lawsuit is going to be hard for him to get out of that one, unless he does like a public apology. Unless he does a public apology and says Prime, isn't the reason why I had Ostarine in my system. But either than that, the damage already been done because you got 20 million followers total of all your following. So it's like, man, he really needs to get off the computer or the phone or whatever he's using. He needs to get off of it ASAP.
He do. Because he don't have nothing real to add to the situation. It's only a bunch of senseless trolling. And
then
like I said before,
the tweets that he's saying, I think his lawyer advised him to delete them, but it's too late now because all that shit will be brought up in the hearing.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think any more trolling from this point, he only could be digging himself a hole. I think if he was smart, wise, and he actually cared about the situation the right way, he'd just press pause on all that trolling and be more serious. Your fight is proven, like I said, that you didn't intentionally do this, and you have to do that. You know what I'm saying? That trolling is pissed. That's the part that's frustrating me. Like as a fight fan, you're not dealing with it the right way. You making light of a situation that could have cost somebody their life. And even if you feel like you're doing it, I said this before, because you know you didn't do it, that's one thing. But still in all, making jokes about a situation, the climate is far too hot for you to be joking about something like this.
It's
you
way
losing
too
people
hot.
like that.
But anyways, man, y'all stay safe, man. I'm gonna keep on listening in the background. Shout out to you,
appreciate you
y'all
sliding
like
up.
and subscribe to my brother, man. All right.
Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you. Y'all smash that like button, man. Sub to the channel. We gonna keep building. Chop, what's good with the family? Marquis, what's good, bro? Flawless mentality, Dr. Mark. Salute to the OG. How you feeling?
Salute my family. Salute to you, man.
CJ Rich, what it do?
Hey, I wanted to bring up a point, man, that I don't hear really not too many people talking about, man.
Right.
Even though Dev got dropped 3 times, this fight was still a close fight. It was a split decision. Right? Okay, so if Ryan don't have PEDs in the system, he don't recover as fast, maybe. He don't hit as hard, maybe. Maybe he's not as fast. When Dev, after he dropped Dev the first time, stunned him in the first round or whatever. The second round, Dev took control after that. So if Ryan ain't on steroids, maybe he can't get that win. You know what I'm saying? That second win. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this whole fight is a totally different fight. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, "Oh, it wasn't," not talking about you, just but other people, when they say, "Oh, it wasn't enough to affect the fight," how do you know, bro? Because it was a close fight, and Ryan had an edge, an illegal edge. If that edge is not there, do we still win the fight?
I mean, look, it's a fair question. That's why I say, you know, I'm not gonna shoot down nobody that's coming from a logical standpoint. None of you saying, you know, it don't sound crazy. And again, you strictly coming from the standpoint too, regardless of the amount. I'm pretty sure you feeling like the fact that it was in there is enough for you to be concerned as well. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
So that's why I say, man, I wish he would take this a lot more seriously and really get behind trying to, you know, state a case that proves that, hey, man, I didn't intentionally ingest anything. And then maybe you know, it's always going to follow you regardless. But I think it's different when you can prove intent. I don't know about for you. I can't speak for everybody. For me, if I know the intent wasn't behind it and they can prove contamination, then I look at them, you responsible for what goes in your body. But I ain't going to look at it as you was intentionally trying to juice, right? Crush the legend was good with the family.
Right. That does make a difference to me as far as Ryan Garcia's character. But it doesn't make a difference as far as the fight goes, because regardless if he knew or not, it was in the system and he got the benefits from it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Ryan's character, he showed us what his character is like. What happened to you got taken in the woods and all this stuff happened to you? All that just went away. You ain't even talking about that no more. You ain't even talking about the kids no more. What happened to all that, bro? Your character is messed up when you use kids like that to you know, boost up a fight. Try to boost up a fight.
Hey, I'm with you.
Something that horrible that those kids go through.
I'm with you. I say that too. I ain't forget about that fight. Yeah, what you talking about the kids. I said, like, you better be fighting that fight long after this fight. After this bout is over, you still better keep that same energy with trying to. And I've been seeing him still talking about it, but I'm still on it. My eyes permanently peeled when he started talking about that, because I'm all for it if that's something that's seriously that you genuinely trying to get behind and help out with. I'm good on that, because I'm very aware of them issues that he was talking about. Like, everything he was talking about wasn't crazy, but what would be crazy if you're using that to just bring attention to a fight and you're not really planning on getting behind that movement, because that's a movement. That's a never-ending fight, bro. I hope he understand the door, the
and
Pandora's
Ryan
box.
say that
Right.
happened to him when he was a kid, but then his father turned around in another interview and say, "Oh, if anything like that ever happened to my kids, I'll be a madman." So evidently, nothing like that ever happened to you, Ryan. You lying?
Right. Yeah, that's why I say
That's
you
messed up.
gotta be careful with that plan. So again, man, for me, like I said, bro, like, salute to everybody. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel. Just another honest, real build. Like you said, like I said before, y'all, we knew this was the same urine, so more than likely it was gonna come back positive. So it was no surprise there. But he just continues to show a huge amount of immaturity, like the way he's handling it. Talking about you love steroids. Now you being sued by Prime because of you claiming that you're drunk Prime and it could have gave it to you. Like, you doing too much. It's like, if I could ever see a person digging their own ditch, bro, this is a prime example. Like, you already got a real battle on your hands, bro. Why make it worse by keeping this Prime stuff going? And to think you was in alliance with Prime at one point too, bro. You was cool with them, but it's like then you fell out and then you started going at him. So he got he got more than one battle, but the ultimate one, bro, you owe this to yourself, you owe this to the fans, you owe this shit to Devin Haney, the boxing world. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? You owe this to this man. Like, you owe it to the situation to prove, hey, Dev, man, regardless of how we felt about each other, but I ain't do this, and I'm going to do my part to show you, hey, look, it was in my system. Like, I want to hear some accountability, some acknowledgement that, yeah, man, this may have gotten in my system, maybe tainted supplements. If that's the road you want to go that way, but stop playing with it, man. You owe that to yourself, the situation, that man that you fought. That's his career. You playing, and we supporting you. So, but we not supporting this shit. Get what I'm saying? So you bugging out. That's the part right there that got me a little annoyed by him. Like, you know what I mean? You carrying it very immaturely, bro. And it's not a laughing matter. So, like I said, you owe it to the situation and that man that you fought to prove to him. And he always gonna feel the way he feel, but at least you can prove, hey, man, without a doubt, I did not intentionally do this. This was contamination. Hey, we should run it back. You get what I'm saying? And heavy drug testing, whatever it take, bro. But I would like to see that from him instead of playing around and treating it like it don't matter. Like, that's the part that's gonna make me not rock with you at all.
You know who else he had an alliance with? Just Snack.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Snack. While all these people talking stuff about Snack and Victor Conti, you was with Snack for a minute, Ryan.
Right.
I seen pictures of him with the Snack shirts on. You know what I'm saying? And then what really killed me is all of the people.
Salute, man. Y'all smash
All of
that
the
like
people
button.
that want to give him a benefit of the doubt, but when it came to Fury testing positive, when it came to Big Baby Miller testing positive, when it came to Valdez testing positive, I ain't hear all these guys talking about they innocent, they believe they innocent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Why now? Why Ryan get that benefit?
I feel you. And I, for those people, like, they got some real questions to answer to themselves in terms of being consistent with whatever audience they speaking to. But for me, I always believe in just letting all the facts come out. We speak about them as they come out. And like I said, when they make an ultimate decision, you're not going to hear me trying to come up with no wild ass theory of how they set him up. No, I feel like Mr. 30 mil in the night, you got more than enough money and resources. You got the legal team. You got the finances, whatever. You got the situation that you need to be able to fight this accordingly. So whatever comes out of this comes out of this. If it, like I said before, if you can't prove that you didn't intentionally do it and they gonna make a ruling on you, you better expect for me to keep that energy like you just another cheating ass dude, bro. Like, and again, there's some people that really feel like you tried to kill that man. You out here playing. You gotta be somebody around you that should be letting you know, sitting you down. Like, hey, man, I think for now you should just either chill off social media Like if you want to say this shit in the privacy of your own home, but putting that shit on the platforms where you got access to 20 plus million followers all together, you bugging out. You bugging out is very, very, very like irresponsible. Like you got at some points you have to know better. And this is the shit that's gonna blow up in your face. This is what's gonna make the fallout even worse if you in fact cannot prove it. The way you dealt with it and you joked about steroids, you spoke about having a league with steroids, like you going on and on, all the trolling, you making songs, doing a lot of goofy shit, man. And it's going, if you can't prove it, it's gonna look stupid, man. Let's talk fashion. Remo, my guy, JBT family in the building. Facts of Boxing was good with it. Oh
Hey,
man,
that's why I mess with you, Just, man. I'm always mess with you, man, because you try to keep it as fair as you can, man. You know what I'm
right. You
saying?
got to.
And I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
owe it to the audience and the people. You owe it to boxing. If you really a supporter, you don't have to pick no side. When something foul, it's foul. So right now, we
straight
just
up,
gotta acknowledge the facts and what's out there. You had
straight
another
up.
test come back, as we all know, was going to pop, and now your fight is proving that it wasn't intentional. And if you can't do that, I'm sorry, bro. I ain't sorry. You gonna get. I'm gonna have a whole different lookout. You know what I mean? An outlook toward him. You know what I'm saying? Totally different. Like the timing, the fighter that you fought, like from you calling him pillow fisted to you fighting Tank, you fought him clean and tested for him, but then you jump in here with this dude that you was 3-3 with, that you had some physical advantages over, and this is the guy, and then you needed some more help. Nah, I just can't rock with it, bro. That shit gonna really make me mad, and I'm gonna have a whole different look at Ryan Garcia, bro. And I'm still gonna do it without tearing him down. I'm gonna strictly go after his decision and his behavior, not him as a person, but his decision as a man to, not be able to prove himself. You got all that money and you couldn't get right. And nah, I ain't trying to hear no setup, no Illuminati. Like I've been saying, bro, your leash is very short with me in terms of excuses. And you got one fight left. And that's proving that, you know what I mean? You got this hair sample that they talking about that was negative. Okay, we'll capitalize off that, right? Maybe that's a bright spot in the situation for you. Now, what do? You capitalized off that by going the extra mile to prove, hey, look, man, this was either tainted supplements or whatever the case, contamination, but you got to do it. It ain't over. And you shouldn't be online playing. You shouldn't be talking about how you love steroids. You shouldn't be making jokes about it because there ain't nothing funny about you having an unfair advantage and you could have took somebody's life. Somebody just died in boxing. Like, are you unaware? You have to be the most unaware individual. You selfish at this point because you're being stupid. You know what I'm saying? And you already had your mom online, she crying and stuff like that. And she had a heartfelt message for you because she receiving backlash for the way you've been carrying it. So it's like, you got to understand your position. You win, you affect more than just you. So you have to be mindful how you carry it, bro. You can't just be out here acting crazy. You know what I mean? So I just hope he mature and fast, man. He needs some real people around him. He needs some real advice. That trolling shit need to stop. It's gonna cause him a lot of harm when it's all said and done. It really is. It really is. It's gonna hurt him in the long run.
You know what I wish would stop.
Fans accusing Ryan of cheating before either of the results came out with any proof. Nah, it's not that he accused him. The thing is, once Haney hears that it's a positive test, that's what he going off. So it's not like him just blindly accusing him and making it up, right? Ain't like he fishing. That was information that he was given, like, hey, yo, this dude was cheating. So yeah, it's not accusing him. It's I don't expect him, the fighter, to wait for all the results to come out because where his standpoint is, I'm clean. I went in there with nothing. The fact that it's even in there, I'm gonna always say you did some type of cheating, right? So that's where he coming from. So I don't think he accused him, and I don't think he was being soft. How people were saying that, I think people going too far. I think he that shit hurt, bro. That shit hurt. If somebody cheat you, you gonna be hurt, bro. That's the first time you lost it. So somebody had Ostarine. I don't give a damn what you think it did or didn't do. The fact that it's there, and I didn't have that in my system. Like I said, bro, he signed up to fight Ryan Garcia. Yeah, he was cool, and they renegotiated the extra weight, but he never negotiated fighting a guy on Ostarine. That's what the part people have to understand. That never was part of the deal. So that's what he's firmly standing on. Nothing else, nothing more. So I truly 100% understand where he's coming from. He's fighting the fight he's supposed to. That do it like that. As far as the lawyer saying, disqualify him and make him the winner, that's a bit much. But a no contest is very fitting to me. No contest make a lot of sense. Dre Noble, what it do, fam? How you
Hey,
feeling?
what did they do with Keyshawn's fight when he tested positive for the marijuana? Would they make that a no contest, or did they overturn the
Say that
loss?
again, my bad. Which fight?
When Keyshawn tested positive for marijuana,
Yeah.
did they
Yeah.
make it a no contest?
Mm-hmm. No
Yeah,
contest. Right.
I think that's fitting, man. I
Yeah, they
think
took
that's
the win back, right? Made it a no contest. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. If he's caught, hell yeah. And find him and make an example out of him because I mean the disrespect like is at another level. You know what I'm saying? That he showed to the sport. You know what I'm saying? We for a clean sport. You know what I'm saying? We can't control what these dudes put in our bodies, but the conversations that we have once we find out it is what it is, we're gonna always be responsible and real with it. So I just want people to know this ain't no conversation that's justifying no cheating ass dude. But this is one that will lay out all the facts, you know what I mean, and then let them come up with their ultimate decision. Cause I can't, you know what I'm saying, I can't tell you how I got there, but I can acknowledge that it's there. So regardless of what, even if he's proven that it's contamination, it's still some type of consequences that he need to face, like a suspension and still a fine. He still need that. But if you know you look like you was straight doing it intentionally, Talib, what's good, family? Then I think a real example need to be made, like, you know, heavy time, because you clearly would have used your money at a time right now to get over on the sport, and that's crazy. That's very distasteful. Like premeditated. Just imagine if you thought this out. You get what I'm saying? If you plan this shit, then it's a whole different ball game, and you got to treat them like that. Draper was good with it. No contest. Yeah, I think that makes sense. CJ Rich, what it do, fam?
Hey, what's poppin', Just Do? Thanks for letting me tap in with what's going on, Chop Shop.
salute, family, salute.
So I just got a few questions. I want to get y'all's opinions, and I'll come in with mine. First off, why do you think, like you said, no one defended these other cheaters as much, maybe with the exception of Canelo, but given the positive tests, what motivation basically do you think is behind people going to bat so hard for Ryan? I don't understand. I mean, I got my own thoughts, but I want to get y'all's first.
Yeah. Only thing I can say about that, I mean, you got some people that approach situations emotionally, and it might be a fair amount of his fans that's doing that. So they going, they have a tendency when you being emotional that causes you to abandon logic and reason because you going to bat for a fighter. So people that are more fans of the fighter than the sport are probably, going unnecessarily hard for him in a situation where you don't have to. Like, you see how I'm doing, I'm trying my best to be straight down the middle, just lay what's out there and give a logical, assessment or opinion on it. No need to go hard for a guy when it could simply be proven that this dude was intentionally doing it. Then how you gonna look? So
goofy
like this, it just makes sense to, play it down the middle and be real. Don't pick a side, go for boxing, not for the fighter. So for the people that's doing that, I think they being more fans of the fighter than the sport. You know what I mean?
So we gotta go based on what the evidence say in the findings. We can't just come up with wild conspiracies. Oh, it must have been contaminated because I don't like what they say. I feel that. And I hate to bring race into it, but man, the more and more I get into boxing, I see that as a theme, man. A lot of the Latinos and maybe people that just don't like black fighters seem to be going the hardest for him, and I can't condone that. I'm not going to defend. If it was Devin who was tested positive, I ain't gonna throw the cape on just because he's black. I'm gonna say he was out of line. You feel me? I don't understand that, but it is what it is, champ. That's the world we live in.
I ain't been saying that though. I guess it's because most of the chats I'm in is mainly black people in the chats. I've been seeing a lot of black people defending Ryan. Most of them being Tank fans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that's the reason why they defending Ryan, because they don't like Devin because Devin wanted to fight Tank. So, they see this as hey, now get up off my guy's back. You ain't got no right to even want to fight him no more.
No, I feel that.
Because they was making excuses for the fight not to happen before this happened.
Facts, Talib.
Right. So because he took the L, that they're trying to say, oh, he don't deserve the fight, so let's just move on, which is some bullshit.
Exactly.
Back in the day. I just made 40, so I grew up watching Tyson and Fab Four in that era.
Cool B, Reno.
So the best fight the best, you know. It ain't no excuse. Oh, since you lost to this guy and I beat this guy, then I ain't gotta fight you. Nah, everybody gotta mix it up and just let it shake out like that. You know, all the Fab Four took losses, didn't make them no less great. So I feel that. So given the results, what do y'all think is a fair punishment? I'm thinking 6 months ain't shit. These guys only fighting once or twice a year anyway. So I'm thinking at least a year or two and a hefty fine, because like Just Do said, you putting motherfuckers' lives on the line. This ain't baseball. We're just trying to get a home run record. This is real, you know. Fighters putting their life on the line. This is life and death. So anything could happen in there. And if you're going out of your way to get a unfair advantage, you really doing everybody a disservice. You know, your opponent, the whole sport, the integrity of boxing. So what do y'all think is a fair punishment?
I'm gonna get right to it, and salute to my brother Kyle Cooley. Yeah, Kyle, I think that's the fight for him, right? If it was intentional, right? Because you know, I think it's been proven, right, that it's been in the system, right? He has several tests like in a row now, but 3 now that says it's been positive, right? So I don't think he can fight whether or not it was in the system, but I think the intent is what he can fight. And if he can prove that it wasn't intentional, and maybe it's, you know, whatever levels that he had, remember they was talking about a billionth of a gram, all that stuff, that he can prove, him and his legal team can prove maybe that's consistent with contamination, or maybe, you know what I mean? I think that's what his fight is. You know what I mean? Intent. So I think
they said that's
stretch
still,
by boxing was good, family.
They said that's still 60 times over the amount allowed limit, even the billion.
Right.
60 times over. So that's something that the body don't naturally produce.
Cuzzo, what's good? Ashley's corner in the building. Fans still to see Tank knock Devin out. Still, yeah, you still should want to see that fight. I mean, I do, honestly. You know, it's no, just because you lost the one don't mean I don't want to see the other one. I want to see them all. You know what I mean? But yeah, but back to your question, bro. In terms of punishment, right? So like this is what it is for me. If he can prove that it was unintentional and it was contamination, I think 6 months still is fit. You know, still at, you know, some type of penalty, some type of fine still. But then on the flip end, you can't prove, and it looked like you was intentionally or knowingly did this, or you at least can't prove that. And I think a real, you know how you were saying that year, 2 years, I think make an example and fine him heavily, because you, like I said, the way he dealt with all of this would weigh in. You get what I'm saying? Like the mockery you've made of it while you've on the road to this, on this conclusion. And if in fact you can't clear your name, I'm gonna remember it, all of this shit. Mr. I love steroids, talking about the interviews where you dude suggesting a league with steroids, and you saying all this weird stuff, all the jokes. I'm gonna remember all of that, and I'm gonna make an example out of you, Mr. 30 million a night, right? Okay, all right. You use that money to try to juke the system, and you got caught, played with somebody's life, their career, and now you got to make an example out of you. I think that's real. You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting up here talking about how he'll never make money off boxing, and y'all lost all of that stuff. Hell yeah. I'm gonna make sure you feel that. I'm gonna make sure you feel it. I'm gonna make sure you feel it. Make sure you feel it. Make an example out of you for playing that way.
Co-sign. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. Something got to be done. And you know, I hate to be biased. I mean, it's just entertainment at the end of the day. But he was, like y'all alluded to earlier, he'd been doing goofy shit all the way up to the lead up to the fight, to the point I thought he was trying to sabotage it. He was nervous or something. And that would make sense if he was intentionally cheating. Like, you know, he had anxiety. Oh, can I really beat this dude? I can't take another big loss after the Tank shit. So I'm gonna do it, like he said in his own words, by any means necessary. So he didn't say exactly that, but he said, you know, any way possible or some shit like that. He was going to win the fight. So that was support that he was, you know, willing to cheat, to do whatever he had to do.
Right. You ain't been biased since you've been up here, bro. And you asking fair questions. You can't.
I appreciate it, homie.
Sound like you got a dog in the race. You just sound like you for boxing, and that's what I mean about those. We the right type of supporters. You sound like you know, trying to get some understanding, as my bro Jay would call it. So
yeah, that's what's up,
all, bro.
Salute. I just discovered your channel.
Cheating. That's just what it boils down to, and we just trying to understand, like, you know, why it sound like some people are, and that's the only thing I could say. That, you know, some of it is just some miscommunication, and some people on both sides being emotional where they can't understand anything outside of he guilty, he did it, he cheating. Then you said they still say you're justifying it, but we all know a more mature conversation has been had, like what the one we've been having. Nobody's justifying it. We all on the same page. We just like, I think the final fight for him is intent or not, unintentional or intentional, bro. It's simple for me. And when they say that, you know, whatever it is that he doing, because I see they obviously still fighting. If y'all taking hair samples, B-Dog, what it do? If y'all doing that and saying, you know, the hair sample is negative, so the reason those were positive because it was contamination. Okay, well, you should be able to prove that. Because saying it is one thing. Of course, we expect you to say that. Y'all his legal team. Of course, you're going to say that. That benefits him. But can you prove it? And again, I'm saying it. It's the 30 million a night. You better use some of that money to get right. Better get that money to get right.
Real shit. Yeah, that was actually leading to my next question, is what you thought about the hair sample testing not being, you know, contradicting the what the P test said. So I found that kind of surprising. But again, there's masking agents. You know, he got all the bread in the world to say, okay, because he didn't submit to the hair testing, and that was some private shit. I don't, to my knowledge, that wasn't through VADA. So it was like a private hair testing. And they got, you know, you could always do something to mask that, to try to, you know, clean up your name.
Or use somebody else's hair, man. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? The only way to prove Ryan's innocence is they're gonna get his supplements that he took, and they're gonna go and they're gonna buy the same supplement, same lot number, and test those supplements. And if those supplements come back tainted, then that proves that Ryan took a tainted supplement without knowing. And that's the only way to clear him.
Right. Salute to my bro.
They're not gonna take no hair sample that he took from you know, his dog or whatever.
Right. Salute to my brother Draper Wright, man. The cash app. He said, just showing love. Much love to my guy.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my guy.
Hey, well put, Chop Shop. Yeah. So just saying that, oh, somebody must have tampered with it, and that's why the results ain't consistent, that ain't enough. That ain't gonna clear him. He's still gonna get punished, right?
Yeah, I feel like that it got to still be some type of punishment anyway. Like, there's no way he should walk away from the situation clean. I think some of the bigger questions is, like, you know, like I said, the intent thing, and then after that, like, say for instance, if you can't prove that it was unintentional, now where do they go from here in terms of, like, should it be a no contest? And me as a fight fan, I'm right on board. Make that shit a no contest, because he don't deserve a win if he had an unfair advantage at all. Barbara D, peace and blessings to my boxing mom. How you feeling, Queen? Good to see you as always. Black Truth in the building was good. So the hair is negative. Yeah, his hair was negative. His lawyers, you know, said his hair sample was negative. So they're stating that the other test was positive because of that. I mean, or positive because it was contamination. That's what they saying. The PD that was caught in Ryan's system, does it improve hand speed because he's always bragged about how fast Ryan's hands are? I understand it helps endurance. I'm not for sure. You could really Google it, but I think his hands were always fast. In terms of, like, now that's a conversation that's like touchy for people too, because they'll say you trying to justify it or you celebrating it. Nah, I think his hands were always fast. If you asking me personally, from what I've seen enough of Ryan fights to know, like, for me, I think that was one of the worst conditioned fights he's ever fought. I think seeing him fight in spurts like that, like, I was like, man, you look like shit. But I think the fact that he had the power and the speed to kind of offset some things, and he landed that shot early. You get what I'm saying? It's some things to look at there outside of just Osterine, right? But again, man, if there's any chance in hell that he was on it and knowing, man, fry his ass, fry him. You know what I mean? Hell no, his tweets ain't helping. Nothing he say is helping. He's an idiot, being an idiot. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if it helps with hand speed, but from what I read, what it do, supposed to be able to help you cut weight, retain muscle. Think it's supposed to help with endurance. It's a few more things it do. It do something. But for me, like I say, he's just like a guy that looked shitty as hell, and from a condition standpoint, he looked bad to me. Fighting in them spurts, I just think he had his guy kind of hurt early, so he wasn't able to take advantage of it the way he would typically be able to. You know what I'm saying? I think he was hurt in that first round, and he did put together some good rounds after that, but I think he was fighting off instinct. 704 Joe was good with it, fam. He said, how about they run it back and call it a day? Yeah, I mean, there's always that. I just feel like Devin, the fighter, he like, bro, I got to make sure I ain't get cheated. Because you get what I'm saying? Call it what it is. Like, I lost. Like, damn, moving is one thing, but this dude cheated too? He like, hell nah.
If they run it back, what's to stop him from doing it again, Josh?
Exactly my thoughts.
That's what I said. I think.
Doing it, and then he do it again, and he get popped. Hey, the fans that hate there is just gonna be just as happy as they was this time.
Right.
Even if he cheat again, they ain't gonna care.
Right. Yeah, and there's that's that possibility. So I'm just considering that because I can pretty much for sure bet that him as a fighter is considering that too. Like when he say like I ain't fighting him again, people will draw that up. Oh, that's because he whooped your ass. And look, you can't acknowledge that could have something to do with it. But given all the information, I would want to go with the fact that he felt like he had an unfair advantage weighing in just as heavily or more heavily than the actual fight and the way it played out. I don't think he's scary in that way to go get his lick back, right? You see the way he showed a lot of resolve in terms of getting up. He could have easily packed it in after any of them knockdowns. First one, second one, third one, pick one. He didn't do it. He had no quitting them. So me seeing that, I don't feel like when he say, nah, I don't want to run it back. I don't think that's a matter of being scared or none of that. I think that's like, hell no, this dude just cheated. Hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, before the cheating, the PED thing came out, did y'all see what he said? Yeah, I remember he had the long thing when he first spoke. Yeah, I would like to run it back. Of course, at the right weight. You know what I mean? At a fair weight this time. Felt like the weight had a factor. Remember, he said that. Then once he heard about the cheating, it was like, hell no, I ain't fighting him again. So we got to just be fair to the situation. Like he ain't just come out and it was like right after the loss say, nah, I don't want to fight him ever again. It was after he heard about the PEDs. His initial thought was like, yeah, I'll run it back at the right weight though. Ain't no more overweight shit though. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? God, so what it do, family? If they do a rematch with the same testing and props again, you give him a significant suspension. Oh, random testing, he pops again. Oh, bro, what? Man, he out of here, bro. Playing around like that, especially depending on how this initial first situation play out. But you got some balls if you would try that again, bro. Like, that's disgusting. I'll say get him out of here permanently. Real talk. I'll say get him to back to back. You playing like that? I ain't even trying to hear tainted nothing. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Great point about the rematch. Devin ain't never been the type to turn down no smoke. I mean, he fought Loma.
Ty was good with it.
He always been down to get in there with anybody, in my opinion, way more than the other fighters of his generation. So I feel that he don't want to get cheated again. I would say if they are going to run it back, then you got to do shit twice a week testing all the way through training camp and up to the fight just to be that sure, and have that substitute opponent lined up or just cancel the fight. I know they don't like to leave bread on the table like that, but again, it's about the integrity of the sport. So maybe down the road after he served his suspension, Devin will want that get back. But no, that's a great point. He was initially willing to rematch him, but then when the test came back funky, then he wasn't with it.
So Big P.O., like that's what I said. I think he looked at it like that too. Why would I make money with you again? Why would I give you an opportunity to possibly cheat? And then I try to look at and factor in as much as possible. Like even hearing them say like this dude willing to do anything to win. Got to think about that. Think about a mentality that feels like a person will do anything to win. Do you necessarily want to give them a chance to do that? You get what I'm saying? So it's an honest reaction that these dudes are just warriors, man. It ain't about being scared. Like that's just for people that want to joke. I get it when you joking, but it's some people that's really convincing themselves about him being a pussy. Or that's none of that, bro. It's like this cheating ass dude. Let's just be real and call it what it is. Let's put yourself in his shoes. Be real enough to do that. If I was a dude that felt like I got cheated, you like, man, I ain't trying to get no more money with this goofy ass dude. He done took my loss. I done got my ass beat. And because he was cheating, and you think I want to run it back? You get what I'm saying? That's the response based off the cheating shit. But then you still hurt him even after that. He still, a part of him, he like, yo, this is what I'm saying now. But you get what I'm saying? That's the initial response. You start thinking about that shit. Yeah, he gonna want his lick back. He a fighter. Right. I don't think he ducking this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit. No, I feel you.
How much he had in the system? Some billionth of a gram shit they was talking. Some 0.6 something.
Still 60 times the allowable amount. That's out of pocket. Come on, you can't.
It sounds crazy when you start breaking down them numbers. It sounds like you hear that first, you like a billionth of a gram. You like, that ain't shit. Then you start hearing that it was 6 times or 60 times. I forgot Rachel was up here. She was building on it. She had gave great insight. KO was good with it. He said Deontay Wilder. What's good, my guy? You feeling? I don't want to kind of look back. He's done to getting his ass whooped like that. I don't think he done, bro. It is a real loss. It's gonna be some some dark times, man. It's gonna be a road to get back, but that's just part of it, man. Like I said, part of me feel like the reason I feel like he can get back, because I say he showed a certain level of resolve in that ring and mental toughness to continue to get up. Like I said, some people make jokes about it. He could have packed it in. He had no quit in him. Just wasn't going.
Like Ryan did. Ryan quit shit versus Tank. He didn't do that.
Mm-hmm. Ryan, I just don't think is the kind of fighter that's going to stick around in a fight to take a ton of punishment, or in his career to take a shit ton of losses. I just don't think he built like that. I was good with it. Illuminati said, I do kind of feel bad for Deb. If he been cheated, I do. If he been cheated, I do. If he been cheated, 100% I do. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's wild.
That's why I was saying with the if we rematch Ryan and Ryan cheated again, the damage is gonna be done. It's gonna be done. Regardless if he cheated again or not. The damage is done just like it's done this time.
Right.
You don't even know if Deb gonna be the same fighter.
It's just true.
After that, you know what I'm saying? He could be a whole different fighter now. You know what I'm saying?
KO said Miguel Cotto. Right. Oh yeah. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I forgot. KO doing the drive-bys. It took me a second. My bad. I got what he was saying. Yeah, they did go get their get back. They did for sure. They did. But that's why I say, man, as a fighter, I think part of him will consider that. You know what I mean? And I just hope they could come to a point where they could, if he do it, make his ass as strict as drug test as you possibly can. Just whatever makes you comfortable. Go back in there and do what you were supposed to do to his ass. Box him and embarrass him.
Hey, Wilder did it too, though.
Ricky Williams, my bro.
KO Wilder did it too with what's his name, that Pop Dirty. But he didn't fight him and he popped dirty. He popped dirty before he was supposed to fight him, and then he still came back and fought him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it can be done. It's just, something different will have to be done as far as the testing, man. Because like you said, 4 negative tests, and then it came out when he started losing weight. And how can they catch that?
Right, get it back in blood for sure. Like, yeah, I'm never gonna be against that. I'm just acknowledging I could understand that initial emotional feeling, like, this dude done wrong me. Hell no, like, I get it, but like I said, that's just his initial feelings, but not even initial. That's just initial feelings. Once hearing it was some foul play, but before that, it was like, yeah, let's run it back at the right weight. So basically, he's just saying that we say it's 140, let it be 140.
Right. Hey, but I'm gonna go ahead and go, Just, man. Thanks for letting me stop through, man.
You already know, always, bro.
Just give a few words, man. I appreciate it.
All right, chop.
I'm in the chat.
Let's consider it fair suspension. For me, if it's intentional, I think they need to make an example out of them. 2 years better type shit with a hefty suspension. I think if it's contamination, I still think he needed some type of suspension and fine still. You know what I'm saying? That's why, because intent really matters. Like I said, that changes everything. That just means you was cheating, and there ain't no way around it. Contamination could mean you was just lazy in terms of checking and making sure your supplements was on the up and up. And you can't rely on them doing it and putting the labels on the bottle. You should know full well what you're getting yourself into. And it's plenty of ways for them to avoid tainted supplements. So that's why I say still in all, some responsibility will fall on him because ain't nobody make you take them. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be that for him. So I guess this could be Tenga Shakur. Yeah, that'd be great. Woo, that'd be wild. It's just wild now. It's wild regardless, like whoever it's for, but just playing with somebody career like that is crazy.
Right, this shit gotta stop. Chop Shop made a great point a minute ago, saying the damage is done. You only get one brain, man. This shit ain't a game. And there's been many fighters over the years, but none more high profile than Muhammad Ali. You dig? No one want to end up like that. I mean, shout out to him, rest in peace. But you saw how he was suffering at the end of his life. So that shit ain't no game, man. You gotta.
It was good, family. Right.
Gotta protect yourself.
The thing is, man, like I always say this, man, it's just a real conversation. I think people are past him losing. You know what I mean?
Right.
What people are not past, and you gotta respect it as a real one. Like they think cheating has been involved. Like until that's been proven or disproven, like that's how people are gonna feel. So I'm a real one. I can always level with that. I don't think it's people crying. Now, some people might be a bit more emotional than others because you know that's what sports do. Boxing like that, but shit is real, bro. Like I just don't like the way he behaving. It'd be better if he was moving like a more mature. You know what I'm saying? Like he understood better. You know what I'm saying? He's just moving like a child. You know what I mean? You would think if this don't straighten you up, then nothing will. Like if you don't care about your career, you know what I'm saying? Then you tripping. I love steroids. Like, what do you mean? Like, you even joking, like, that's funny now? Like, all right, bro. Now he can take steroids and you will just eat oranges. I remember all the tweets, all that stuff, bro. Like, that stuff gonna be probably brought up, man. You gonna looking like a damn goofy on the sideline.
Right.
Sitting up there talking about boxing's laws. No, the hell it ain't. Who told you that, bro? If you don't box ever again, do you know boxing will continue to flourish and do well? You got to be shitting me. So that victim role is weak. You ain't no victim. You everything but that. Even if you didn't really do this intentionally, you still ain't no damn victim, bro. You just probably could have been a victim of tainted supplements, but you better be able to prove that shit. Like, and you carrying it the way you doing, ain't gonna work. CJ, appreciate you, fam. Much love, bro. All that being said, in PEDs, stop that moving his hand, defending it right hand. But it does turn his Ryan Garcia and his win for sure. Asterisks like a mug, man. Asterisks, if I ever seen one, until you get it right.
Hey, man, I hate that excuse. If it helped him with, he already was fast as fuck with the hands, but if it gave him more speed and or power, then of course that's going to affect the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he clipped Devin in the first round, and he really never fully recovered after that. So it does make a difference. I hate that shit. And also don't like people saying, oh, Devin just need to accept the loss. If someone cheated you at your job, would you, with that high stakes, would you just take the L and say, oh, you got me?
Right there, that's when you almost sound like you just cool with anything when you say so. You gotta be mindful. Like, again, people separate the two. He was dealing with the loss just fine. He made his post. I know he was hurt, but he made his post. He said, he even looked to run it back in a rematch at the right weight, at a fair weight. You know what I mean? Then boom, this happened, and his energy was like, man, hell nah, I ain't fighting that cheating ass dude again.
He showed up on ESPN, did his interview with ESPN. He wasn't hiding, he was taking it. It was you could tell he was affected, but he wasn't just, hiding in the cave or some shit. He was just taking it like a man.
Right. How you rush into the process, taking them. That's why I say you just gotta present the stuff, the facts, because they putting the stuff out there. They ain't keeping nothing. They letting us know as they go along. And like I said, we read the tweet. Dan Raphael been reporting on this, and a number of other people. We've been pretty accurate with everything else he's been saying. So he said in the next few days, maybe a week at the most, you probably really know even more. So we're gonna see. Fight something cheating me, I want that smoke again. That's real, Rick. I definitely understand everybody saying that, but I can understand that initial emotional response, and only saying emotional, not like on some crybaby emotion, but I'm saying like man, this dude cheated me. Like, dude, you going through it. Like, hey, like, hell, I ain't making no more money. I don't want to kick it with him, skate with him, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, but then it's like you start to sit there and think, and you start replaying some shit through your head, and you the fighter start kicking back in. You know what I mean? That's you being, a human emotionally, like, hey, man, this dude cheated me, man. Kim, man. Like, but then you like, man, hold on. I gotta get this back. You know what I'm saying? Part of him gonna be like he ain't going out like Willie Lump Lump. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
King L, what it do, family? How you feeling? So I'm with y'all. Like, it's always an honest conversation, bro. But I think ultimately, should he want to get back? Yeah. And just drug test the hell out of him and go kick his ass. Go embarrass him how you could have did the first time around. That's all.
There you go.
I mean, ain't gonna fight another punch the same size for 2 years. Sheesh, that's tough because you at 140. Where's thick at? That smoke thick at the top of 140.
Oh yeah.
They got some punchers, some fighters, some scrappers. Like this, they got a little mixture of everything. You know what I mean? They got a pit bull in the mix. They got a Mathias in the mix. You got a Tiafimo floating around. Dev still got a strap. Gary Antoine in the mix. Got a Elvis floating around up there. You got some smoke at 140. It ain't nothing light up there. But look, man, the thing is, you just got to make peace, with the loss. But like I said, it's, once he do that, go back to the drawing board, get back to it. That dude work hard, man. I don't doubt that he can't get back to it. You just, after a loss like that, you got to move even smarter. You know what I'm saying? Move even smarter. If it was such a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Perfect segue. Who do you think would be a nice, because like you said, Devin still got the belt. Who would be a good title defense for him next?
Realistically, people might not like it, but I think Sandor Martin make all the sense.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I heard that.
I'm saying, again, you took a crazy loss and you had all this shit to deal with. So Sandor Martin been waiting in the win. They talking about him pretty much being the mandatory, saying the winner or loser had to fight him anyway. With this happening that way, and you still having a belt, you on the line for fighting him. So I'll say go beat his ass. You know what I mean? Go school him, do whatever you need to do. Start build on your confidence again. Get you a win. Get your hand raised again. Then you in position to, go from there and see which direction you want to go. You still want to pursue this undisputed at 40. I mean, you got options. So it ain't the end of the world for him. It's just a damn loss. You know what I mean? And again, it's a bit of an upset, of course, but shit, he'll get over it. He'll be back. But Sandor is not, it's a guy that even when you beat him, he can make you look funny. So, but if it's somebody that can beat him, yeah, go in there and shut people up. We'll beat up Sandor Martin, get him out the way, and continue being great at 140, chasing greatness at 140, bro.
I'm with that. I would say Martin, and then look to unify against Pitbull.
Right. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? There's fights. There's fights you can take, and you get yourself right back in the mix.
Gotcha.
Fight nobody with power. It's tough. I mean, shit, because like I said, he's a champion. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't. You get what I'm saying? It's tough. I don't see him trying to like cherry pick his way through 140. Right? I'm gonna just give him the benefit of the doubt as a fighter. I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't think it's safe. You can't do that really at 140. He's a champion. Like I can't stress that enough. That means you either mandatories or other champions or get what I'm saying? Contenders, like it's gonna be somebody good. Like there's nobody weak. Even Sandor Martin, he got a shit ton of experience. You know what I mean, and like I say, he can box, move. He's just got one of them styles that even when you beat him, you might not look good. So it's like a trap fight. It's one he could win, but it's how do you win and how do you look coming off a loss. So it's all about being smart, man. I don't think it's a bad fight for him at all.
I don't think Devin looking to cherry pick, but sometimes champions can cherry pick if your name is Canelo.
And for me, I'm realistic, right? We all seen how tough that fight ended up playing out physically for you, right? So it's not smart nor realistic, straight out of the words of Andre Ward, for you to tough fight at the tough fight at the tough fight. You get what I'm saying? That's not realistic. So being that you've taken, you reaches your 12 zip them, flawless victory, but then you turn around, you have a fight like this that's physically taxing on you, was tough. So then you get back in there, now you go get you a confidence builder or you take a lighter touch. People don't like to hear that, but that's reality. You trying to preserve yourself or you trying to burn out. Like, you get what I'm saying? You trying to be smart or you being dumb. And he's been a fighter that's been smart and strategic throughout his career, as are most of these guys, right? You know what I mean? They have plans. They know what they're doing. I think that's his way back onto the winning side. Go beat up Sandor, shut up some people, get that mandatory defense out the way, and go from there. Like you say, you got Pitbull out there. You got a number of those guys, but I already know the fans. They ain't trying to hear shit. They like Subriel, T.O.
That's why I didn't say Mathias not right away. He got to build his way up to that. That's why I'm like, okay, Martin,
right?
Maybe Pitbull, a little less dangerous. He could still crack, but a little less dangerous, and then maybe Mathias.
Right. Yeah, you do. That's not something. Yeah. We already knew that, JJ, that it was going to piss hot, but I guess now is what's to come after it, because we already knew that. Like, I don't know why I don't know. It just seemed like it been dragged out, but it's better safe than sorry, man. Cross the T's, dot the I's, get the facts right, and present them to the people, and we're going to all proceed accordingly. Some people going to maybe try to still prove that he didn't do this. So you won't catch me doing it. If he can't prove it, you think I'm going to spend an ounce of my time trying to convince people on YouTube? Like, it is Mr. And I'm going to keep saying it, Mr. 30 million a night. They couldn't prove it. You think I'm going to be up here spending my time trying to lie and spin a yarn to the people that, it's no way he could have did it. I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, hell nah. Like, it is what it is. I don't care who it's for. Like, just ain't going to lie for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man. Salute to Devin, man. He's a soldier, man. He took that ass whooping like a champ. Kept getting up. Fought to the final bell. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. But it's all about that get back. You know what I'm saying? When it's all said and done, most of our favorite fighters probably take a L, maybe two, when it's all said and done, or more. So it's just part of the game. We just can't see it before it actually happens, but I'm a realist. Like, even though I ain't been around 50, 60 years, but I watched enough boxing to know I don't give a damn who your guy fight enough of those people, those chances of losing go up significantly. And more than likely, these dudes ain't going to be Mayweathers. Remember, it's only one of them, right? So just think about that when it's all said and done. You're going to take an L. It's how you lose sometimes. And more importantly, it's about the bounce back. You know what I'm saying? That losing is just part of the game. I ain't saying you lose, but you better be able to deal with it when they come knocking on your door. If you so happen to take one, you better be able to bounce back, especially in this sport. You got to deal with the memes, the criticism, all that shit, but that's just part of the game. About killers now, sharks. Yeah, sharks. The shark infested waters, Rick. It ain't safe at 40. That's why I say when people like, he ain't gonna fight this one or that one, I'm like, well, who the hell are you gonna fight? Because I just couldn't possibly see him going a route where you fighting nobodies. Like, I remember this dude, part of the reason he was fighting Ryan to, be on pay-per-view, to be a part of a big fight. Remember, he's trying to grow his profile even more. So I don't think you can do that if you're fighting subpar opposition. You get what I'm saying? And I don't think a loss is gonna make him abandon his goal of trying to, build himself to be more of a household name. He accomplished a lot, but he still got a lot of his career ahead of him. 25. Think about it, over 30 fights. What is he, 31 and 0 before he took a loss? See what I'm saying? So you can get right back.
How you said, it's how you respond to the loss. It's part of the reason I love boxing. It's a great analogy for life. You're gonna take some L's out here, but how do you bounce back? How do you respond?
How do you respond, bro? I like, people don't want to hear it, but it's a real discussion, real conversation. Like, sometimes people don't want to have that conversation until they got to cross that bridge and it's their favorite fighter that you're talking about. But for me, I ain't got to wait for my guy to lose for me to know that possibilities are real. You fight enough of them killers, you fight enough of those guys, your chances of losing go up. We know that. Fights get tougher, challenges get upsets happen, you get surprises. That's boxing for you, bro. But again, I always give a fighter an opportunity to bounce back. Shit, more than one. I mean, one of my favorite fighters is Broner. So actually, if I ever picked against him, who is fighting? Give me AB. We going down with shit, baby.
Hey, I like Broner too. A lot of people don't, but shit, I like him.
My God. He said just who killed me.
Hey, just do. Hey,
Legacy, he really did though. Getting up and like I said, bro, like that first knockdown, that was tough. And then I think it was like the last one. That was those was legit knockdowns. I'm like, damn, he could have packed it in. There's some people that would have packed it in, bro. I know quite a few. You know what I mean? We know some fighters that would have said, nah, I'm cool on this. I'm cool. I'm cool. I don't need no more. I'm cool. Salute to my bro, man. He said for DHP was talking like they was Floyd. No sympathy. Salute to my bro Trey in that cash.
oh,
Much
man.
love, bro. Yeah, man. I feel you. I feel
And
you.
we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to you, Just Do. I just came across your channel a couple weeks ago. You know how to subscribe. Always liking the video. Thanks for letting me speak my piece. I'm gonna hop down for now. I'll be back. I'll be back though.
You already know,
All right,
bro. Appreciate you. Salute to Trey,
yep.
man. Appreciate you in the cash app, man. Salute to CJ Rich Build, man. Y'all always welcome to build. It's always an honest conversation. Like I said, man. That was just one part of what we was talking about today. Like, you know, wanting people to get their thoughts on it. Ultimately, for me, I've been very consistent with what I've been speaking. You know, I can't deem him the bad guy without all the facts, but we do have some of them. Like I said, for instance, we got another positive test that a lot of us knew was going to be positive, right? So you move on from there, right? You see what the next order of business is in the situation, right? You hear his team coming out talking about a hair sample. All right, okay. Well, you got a hair sample. Well, what does that mean? So they're saying that means that those other tests were positive because there was contamination involved. Well, okay. With Mr. $30 million a night as y'all client, y'all should be able to prove that case. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. And if y'all can't, then like I said, just gonna proceed accordingly and let him. He gonna get cooked as the cheating ass dude that he is. That's what it is. But if not, then I'm gonna call out accordingly as well. Beating his ass and sparring, got put on his ass. Wicked overhand right. It's short, sneaky short uppercuts. Devin is ready for Mathias. Oh nah, shit. Respectfully, like, look, this is the thing, right, Ace? As a champion, right? He got to be ready for all challenges that come his way, that present themselves to him, right, as a champion. But just me as a realistic fight fan, he took a tough loss. So I know realistically, like, his next fight won't be a Mathias. You know, obviously, and Mathias is fighting Paro anyway. It ain't going to be a Pitbull. Pitbull just fought not too long ago. It won't be a TOT about to fight in June, right? So it's not going to be none of the champions, respectfully, realistically, anyway. So what do? You do the next thing up. You get your mandatory obligation out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Get him out of the way. You go out there, you scrape Sandor Martin, because I do believe he can beat Sandor Martin. It doesn't have to be an easy fight as you step up there in level and competition anyway. Fights ain't supposed to get easier, right? So Sandor Martin got a ton of experience in there. So I think it'll be a good boxing match, but I think it's one that he definitely could win. Think he can get his hand back raised in that fight. I think he can build some confidence in that fight. And then that's what's going to be tricky, I think, the fight after that, right? Because, again, you still getting back because you'll be a couple fights removed from getting, you know, knocked down 3 times in a fight with Ryan Garcia and dealing with that whole PED situation. So you just want to see how it affected him moving forward, right? And make sure that, he's still where he need to be, right? You need to see where his confidence at. Make sure he ain't shaking up. Maybe make sure he still ain't fighting those demons, right? Because it was a tough loss. So sometimes you don't be the same, and that's a real good chance. Like, you just don't know. But for me, I'm not leaning on that side. I'm leaning on the side of him being able to come back because he showed me a ton of grit, resolve, like I said, willingness to take this punishment, keep fighting. Like, so I feel like he got to keep fighting workman's attitude. Like, the dude is a workhorse, right? So he's gonna put the work back in the gym. I think he's gonna try to make the necessary corrections. I think he's gonna try to get better. He's definitely gonna come back. I think if there's anybody that could come back, he showed me he's mentally tough, taking that punishment and continue to climb up off the canvas, like I said. So he should be able to bounce back, but he got to believe that as well. So he got some good people in place. Like I said, it wouldn't hurt for him to add an extra set of eyes, but that's up to him. I mean, I just don't think it'll hurt. So they got to fight at the appropriate weight class. It was a lot of BS, respectfully. It do, Remo. It do, for sure. So I got Sandor. If I split decision, driving Devin down at least once. Shit. It could be a trap. It's like a trap fight. Trey could be like a trap fight for him, bro. Sandor Martin is just a tricky out for somebody, right? He's not an easy guy to deal with, but you know, you can beat him, right? So Tio was able to pull it off, right, in an ugly fight. So I think Devin can honestly do better than that. I do. I think he could beat Sandor Martin. I really do. But the thing is, how do you beat him, right? You know what I'm saying? Do you look good doing it? Do you look like yourself? So that's the questions. The questions are fair, but we just gotta get a man a chance to rest up and then get back. You know what I'm saying? And then people chat a while ago on the panel. Yeah, man, you know they be having fun in the chat. It's all love over this way. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash the like button, man. We're gonna keep going. So like I said, it is what it is with that. We'll see what's next. You know what I'm saying? Right? To me, it ain't really no more news than it been. All right. We already knew this stuff. So but the hair sample, like I said, was the new news for me. The hair sample thing. I didn't, before I came up here. The hair sample. You know what I'm saying? King Rye. King Ryan, that's how they gonna have Ryan ass, man. They're gonna have Ryan hauling him off, bro. Casanova was good with Haney needs to work on blocking those PED and do slap hooks. Yeah, man. Answering the phone. Answer the phone. You know what I mean? Answering the phone better. You know what I'm saying? Making some tweaks to that jab that people said was one of the best jabs in boxing. Just being real with yourself and understanding you got to make some improvements. That's all. I mean, that's for every boxer. None of these dudes is finished products, man. But for him to get to where he was at, 25, he got pretty damn far before he took a loss. You dig what I'm saying? So I think he can bounce back. We're going to see, though. Sandor is it, though. Sandor better boxer. Sandor got a lot of experience, bro. He could be tricky in there, bro. Ain't the easiest guy to deal with. I'm going to get what he deserves. And I think that's at the end of the day, that's all we could hope for, right, AJ? The truth to come out and him to get dealt with accordingly, right? He didn't do it, treat him accordingly. If he did, cook him accordingly. Strike for the fact that Bill wasn't making adjustments. Nah, that's real talk, Jordan. The lack of in-fight adjustments was real. Those things got put on display. You get what I'm saying? Even him himself, he had questions about his team preparation. Those things is real. That's just being real with yourself. So part of you, like I said, got to really address like what happened in the fight outside of what was going on with him. That's all. Ryan can get what he deserves, yeah, man. But the internet wins again. Yeah, you know it. Look at Bill. They always put Bill with something. He got that $1 million smile on him. One thing about Bill, bro, he gonna smile, bro. He gonna smile through the pain, bro. Bill out there still making appearances, still doing him, bro. Salute to him. Look like he did send his son to kill that man. Yeah, you know what I mean? He definitely sent him in there for the gusto. Sent him in there to get it done. He said it was pillow fight. Facts is tripping in the chat. Yeah, I heard challenging. Facts, you want smoke with you want smoke with DHP? You want a little smoke with DHP? That's what you want? We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. And another thing we was gonna talk about. Did y'all see this video? Did y'all catch the video of them claiming that Devin, this was the video of Devin his loss in Mexico that he scraped off his record. And I called BS on it. What the young kids say, cap, I called cap on it. I think that this is a convenient time for people to try to pile on now that he's actually taking a loss in the ring, right? And I think they try to throw this in the mix to try to make it seem like he took an L, but I don't think so. I think he was putting hands on him.
Where you have a fighter who could potentially, and this is what
that ain't it. Where is it? Y'all smash that like button for your bro. This supposed to his alleged loss in Mexico. People be really trying to reach, man. They be reaching. He's beating this dude up. Cameraman on some BS too. You got one job. Do it right. Yeah, she going nuts in the background. Yeah, man, I think that's a classic, what they call it, a reach. Yeah, I think they was reaching, man. I don't think he got no real ass whooping there. I think he beat that guy pretty cleanly there. So I think just people just be reaching, man. Like I said, the timing that you see some of this stuff come out, I've been heard about this stuff, but I don't think I ever came across the video until now. But I ain't trying to hear that. Dude was kicking their asses over there. You know what I mean? And for the most part, you can see it. I think it's another video out there. I just didn't care to look for it, but I think it showed even more, bro, that he was kicking his ass or he was beating him. So that was Dev fighting somebody over there in Mexico. You could hear Griselda doing all that screaming. Right, you could. Salute to everybody, man. Y'all smash the like button. Like I said, that was some alleged video of Devin fighting in Mexico. And it was supposed to be a fight that he lost, which I know it was hard to see some of it, but for the most part, I mean, for what you can see, you see Dev getting off on the dude's back against the ropes and all types of stuff. So ain't no way he was winning that fight. And I think I'm trying to think. It's another video, more of it, probably longer than that, but he beat that dude pretty soundly from what I seen. Funny how Ryan complaining about being drained in his tank having a mole, and Ryan can't. Well, he do this to Devin, yeah, Reef, right? Especially if he did do it right. Ryan is enjoying life right now as we speak. God's bless him now. He's swimming with mermaids. He gonna be swimming in suspension if he don't clear his damn name. He gonna be swimming in suspension if he don't clear his damn name. He out here beefing with Eddie Hearn and shit.
I don't know why Eddie Hearn trying to set me up, bro.
What do you mean he trying to set you up? What he said?
Like he'll vouch for his other fighter, which his name Contamination, whatever his name is. And then he wants to get at me and say that I can't prove my innocence. And then he changes up his tune when I come at him. Like Eddie's a little fake.
We'll see how that ends for him.
Okay.
I mean, he's in enough trouble at the moment, isn't he? I mean, if he wants to try and punch me, I mean, he'd definitely be first to the punch. What happens? How you doing? What happens after? We'll see. But you know, he's a professional fighter. I'm an old man. If he wants to punch me, he'll punch me. As I said, we'll see how that goes for him.
Said I'm an old man. If he wants to punch me, he'll punch me. We'll see how it works out for him. that British accent be killing me, bro. Eddie admitting that he know Ryan gonna send one down his right to his beard. Her Ryan submitted his girl's pubic hair sample. I don't know what hair it was, bro. But I know his lawyers, like, that's crazy if they tried that and that got exposed. But look, this was the post where they say he got his hair tested. You know what I mean? His legal team say it came up negative. They say believe contamination caused positive test. That's what they said now. That's what they saying. But saying it is one thing, proving it is another. So they gotta prove that shit. You know what I'm saying? They gotta prove it. And this is him being sued by Prime. You know what I mean? For all the stuff he's been saying about them. And he said he about to be a billionaire at 25. And Logan Paul said, great, we coming for it all. So he definitely getting schooled. I mean, sued. School of Skills was good with it. Brian threw Canelo under the bus with that hair follicle test. And then had to take one, right, and rely on it. It's crazy. You don't use it for new PEDs. Good point. School of Skills, good point. But like I said, it ain't over for him. I think that's just the case they trying to make. You know what I'm saying? Eddie is full of it. Yeah, you know, Tank don't like Eddie. Tank don't like Eddie. Ryan versus Conor Ben. I'm telling you, make the fight. Make the fight. Ryan versus Conor Ben. Go ahead and throw them in there with each other, bro. Or they throw Ryan and Conor in there and let them scrap. Let them scrap it out. To alleged PED users, man. Let's see what the fight on. Real quick. Let's go. Look, this is him. Look, saying all this stuff. He loves steroids. Saying he don't care. He'll never make money again with boxing. He like setting him up. The joke on y'all. Like this dude been making a joke about this situation.
Come on, bro. They're all trying to take my victory rate. This is some bull, bro. I've never seen a bigger inside job in my life. Do your research. These yes, I am. They are trying to take my victory away from me. I don't know why. They see a Mexican on top and they want to take him down. It's fine. But who's to say if they didn't take the A sample, they won't take the B sample? Come on, at the end of the day, this is bullshit. It's an inside job.
It's an inside job. Ain't no damn inside job. All that money you got, I ain't trying to hear you say just problem with that. I got a point. Eddie was quick to move. Nah, that's a fact. He ain't wrong about the Conor Ben stuff. Like I told y'all, I caught an interview a while back where Eddie Hearn had went up on one of these platforms on YouTube, and he was talking, and one of the hosts of the show grilled him about how he was trying to push the fight forward with Conor Ben without his situation being cleared. That's why Tank said he is Snake, and Tank was going at Eddie Hearn as well. Like Eddie acting like he don't know why, but like you going hard on Ryan, but you had a fighter, and you still got a fighter in Conor Ben. I think he recently, didn't he get suspended over there where he from? So he still got issues going on, but you were still trying to push a fight forward with him, knowing that he had positive tests going on. So it's like, you know, it's him being a bit of a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? KJ, he said, well, Brian said his hair came back negative. What that mean? Like I said, I think the only thing it could mean is that his hair sample came back negative. They're trying to say, at least his legal team is saying that the positive test was caused by contamination because of the hair sample. But he still got to, I think they got to be able to prove that. You get what I'm saying? I don't think he could. It's saying it is one thing, proving it is another. I think that's the situation he in, bro. He got to prove that shit. He got to prove it. And he ain't proving it. I buy PEDs and makeup for the body. The only way to find out is in the lab. Yeah, hopefully they get to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? Talking spicy for someone that's guilty. That's what I'm saying. He talking crazy. He talking nuts. He talking arrogant. He talking recklessly. He acting like he don't give a damn. Telling you, Ryan tripping, man. Ryan thinks talking a lot makes him believable. Not to anyone with life experience makes you more suspect. Nah, yeah, that don't work, CJ. You know what I'm saying? CJ Rich, that don't work, Brody. They had Conor first fight back here in Orlando and wanted like 600 to 1,000 on the floor to see him. Yeah, they bugging. Oscar De La Hoya, his favorite customer. Of course, you're gonna say hair follicle test ain't it. Nah, I mean, that's not the end all be all. That's all. Don't be sensitive, Oscar. Oscar, don't be sensitive, Oscar. You know what I mean? It's not the end all be all. You dig what I'm saying? But they're going to acknowledge it. It's up for his team to prove it, bro. That's the thing. It don't matter what nobody else say or think. It's about what they can prove. And if they can't prove it, then they just talking. You know what I'm saying? Judah Vision, my God. What's good with it, Judah? How you feeling, bro? What's good with it? The most important thing was Ryan's hair sample that came back negative. That means microscopic amount found. Microscopic is very small. Yeah, man. I feel you, man. I feel you, dog. Ryan stripped his hair, but chemicals on and gave a sample. You ain't going for the hair. School of skills ain't going for the hair. My strip is in my hair. The strip was in his hair. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough. You need to give Ryan a competitive edge. Devin just got washed. Yeah, I definitely heard that being the case too, though. But you know, they be mad as hell, man. It's just, Ryan got, he got a fight on his hands, as he been had. What's good with it, though? What's good with it? Man? You want to go to jail or you want to go home? Denzel voice. Right. I mean, don't be mad. Don't be mad, Oscar, little boy Oscar. Be mad, man. Don't be mad, man. Go fight for Ryan, man. Go outside, stand outside your crib with a picket sign up saying Ryan is innocent. Ryan is innocent, I tell you. Innocent, I tell you. They be pissed off. Ryan is innocent, I tell you. He's clean. Oh my God, Ryan is clean. You guys are the R word. We're, oh my God, you don't believe it? You could just let him rock. Hey, Oscar, what's the matter, Oscar? What's the matter? Getting high off your own supply? What's going on? What's the matter? They use the correct method, but I don't use no damn hair follicle in the lab. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know what the all the fuss is about the hair follicle. I mean, the fact is the facts. He got a hair follicle tested. His legal team is saying, right? And they saying it was negative. Now, what we saying don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? What we saying don't really matter. Yeah, dig. Ryan's gonna back him up with Trump and win the case. Yeah, man, he got a fight on his hands. We'll see what's to come of it. But did y'all see Tank Davis post his picture up putting that work in the gym with a bloody t-shirt, man, with the sad emoji. I mean, he about to put that pain in on Frank Martin. June 15th about to be a hell of a fight, I believe. It's gonna be a real event. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be blood guts. That's a fact, true. That stop focus on the PEDs and start talking about the head moving, the inside game going on there, right into another ass from yeah, with all that whining, lawsuit coming soon. Who you think a lawsuit for who? Ryan already you talking about for Ryan? Ryan already getting sued by Prime. You know what I'm saying? That non-existent head movement, even Rolly with Rock Devin. No chin. Haney got a chin, man. Ryan just could punch, bro. Dev got a chin. Ryan just could punch. Get what I'm saying? Getting knocked down by Ryan don't make you chinny. That dude really, you got a legit punch. Got a good, legit KO ratio. You got a legit punching power. You know what I'm saying? And he got power in both hands. He's just got a dominant left hook. You know what I mean? That's his best punch, obviously. But his right hand got power, too, because you seen the left side of their face swelled up. So his right hand was landing, too. You know what I mean? He got power, both hands. So Linares can punch. I mean, Linares, I always said that Linares had more knockouts than Haney had fights at the time where they fought. So getting buzzed by Linares is not the worst thing. That don't make you chinny either. And it's always the punches you don't see that hurt you. He just didn't see the punch that he got hit with. You know what I mean? I'm excited. Yeah, man. That whole car. Oh, man. Matter of fact, speaking of that. So, look, man, I like to see this. Just little stuff that when Tank posts shit like this. I like to see putting in that work, putting in that pain, hurting shit, smoking shit, eating up. You know what I mean? That's what I like to see. Man, I thought I had the thing in here, man. Damn, I don't got it on here. Damn it, man. Hold on, let me take that off. Damn, I thought I had it in here. Yeah, speaking of that card, Trey, shout out to Keith Cologne, man. Keith Cologne making his pro debut. You know what I mean? He was a rising amateur. He was ranked high as an amateur. I think he was like number 3, if I'm not mistaken. Number 3 as an amateur. So now he's making his pro debut on Shakur card July 6th. So y'all look out for the young man, Keith Cologne, man. He got some talent. He out of Jersey, fighting out of Newark. Got another Newark native, another product of Newark, man. Got a lot of talent, man. Skilled kid, man. Y'all be on the lookout for Keith Cologne. And they're gonna sue Ryan for $30 million. Ryan's personal damages. I mean, if it was foul play, you know what I mean? Who knows what's gonna happen with King Ryan? I know he's gonna have to pay the piper though. I know they're gonna probably make an example out of his ass, you know. Yeah, no. Garcia will file a BK and recovery bankruptcy. H. What the hell is that? H Money, what it do, family? How you feeling? Ryan Garcia cheating into steroids. It's disgrace to boxing. H Money ain't happening. What's good with it, fam? My bad. It was on. Yeah, man. Back to that. How I feel about that though, like I said, man, we don't back no type of steroid cheats whatsoever, bro. But like I said, the only fight I think left for him is to try to prove what his intent was, you know what I mean, or how it got in the system, you know what I'm saying? And for me, that's the only angle I can give him. Anything else, it is what it is. And even with that, he still got to be able to prove that, right? With all that money that he made, all that shit, you know, that he be talking, he better be able to prove himself to be innocent. And if he can't, like I've been saying, he's cooked, just as good as cooked. Devin career, yeah, hell yeah, he could have took some years off his career, school of skills with that. I'm telling you. Oscar in here. I'm telling you, you've been playing in his own supply. Playing in your own supply. Eric Gomez in the building was good, fam. Bomb squad in the building. Wilder putting that work in, too. Y'all see Wilder putting in that work, putting in that road work. I got faith in my guy, even though I like Zane and he rep Jersey. I got to rock with my guy, Bomb Squad. I want to see him get his hand raised. Hope he get another viral type knockout. I'm rocking with him 110%. I hope he get this dub. You know what I'm saying? June 1st will be right here, man. That 5 versus 5 coming up. That 5 versus 5 coming up, and it's going to be real. It's going to be a good one. Salute to you, E. How you feeling, fam? Yeah, but Ryan, that's all I can say about that guy, man. He got to prove it. And hold on, man. Let me play something else. Where is? I had a video from Shane Mosley talking about this situation. Hold on, y'all.
Supposedly did steroids. So how's that work with him being with? How does Vada link up with him? How does boxing link up? Have the snack and all that stuff. Why is he the one that's over boxing right now? That's crazy to me. And he's controlling the test. He's the one that's controlling the test now. So now, all these fighters that is under snack or whatever, under snack, are able to do maybe extra stuff and get away with it because he's actually a part of VADA. He can probably let stuff pass that shouldn't pass. Now he's saying, Ryan's doing something. But I think Ryan was actually supported by him before.
I feel him, Sugar. Shane said it's fishy, damn it. He said it's fishy. He ain't going, it's fishy. Well, I don't know, man, but I feel like his feelings and reservations toward that situation is real. I think it's justified because the dude is you gotta pass, man, and that shit gonna follow you around the same way, whether Ryan come out of this, somewhat on the right end of it, he's still gonna follow, and people gonna forever say, the Osterine, you cheated, Devin Haney. That's never going away. So hope that's another element I hope he ready to deal with. Zane versus Wild. Yeah, it gotta be somebody gotta get smoked in that one. First came out, he didn't deny anything would be in his system. He said it was. Oh yeah, he said it was the ashwagandha. Yes, yeah, he's still saying that. He still said that. He said that again in another quote or something. He quoted that. Yeah, he said it here. I was taking ashwagandha, D3, omega-3, just normal. I don't know what that Osterine is. I have seriously no idea. That's what he's saying. So, but that's pretty much, not saying he's a flat out cheater, but that's what they all say. You know what I mean? Everybody that get caught up cheating say that. They didn't do it. They don't know where to get it from. Like all that, supposed to say that. Ryan was microdosing and then he got boosted. Then he got boosted for microdosing. I don't know. I think that shit gonna come out in the wash though, man. I think that's what I got from today. I mean, that shit is just more stuff to come out. That's all. So it really wasn't no news. This wasn't really no news to me. You know what I'm saying? So do you see Wilder's new spin move? Yeah, bro. I seen it. Yeah, you better not do that in the ring. Wilder funny as hell working on a spin move. Claymore Rain, what it do, family? How you feeling, bro? What's good with it, man? B move, R Stokes was good. So all Conti did was Wilder was consult them on how to beat test. That was over 12 years ago. Yeah, man, I ain't mad at you, B-Move. I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? That was Shane Mosley's interpretation of it. So I get you. You feel like he ain't got no real dealings with him the way people are trying to say. You know, I get you. I get you. Any thoughts on Teller's Catterall about? You know what? That's an interesting fight because of how they both looked in their most recent outings. We know that Josh Taylor got dominated pretty much against Teofimo, right? And I don't know how y'all see it. For me, Josh Taylor ain't been looking elite since maybe Jose Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? So he got something to prove. But both guys do, because Jack Catterall fought Jorge Linares, I believe, in his last fight. And it was just, he won, but it's like he respected him too much. To me, he didn't create the separation in that fight that I expected. It wasn't the kind of dominant win that I expected from him. You know what I'm saying? But he got it done nonetheless, man. And I think the jury is still out on both of those guys to perform well, to see if they still got it. You get what I'm saying? If they considered elite level talent, right? I think it'd be a good rematch. I think both guys would be motivated. I think Catterall been wanting this fight for quite some time. We know that. Seemed like Josh Taylor been dragging his feet when it come to this, but we here now, so they're gonna make the fight. I think it'll be a good one, but I don't know. I don't know who to expect to win, because neither one of them looked too good in their last fights. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be still a competitive matchup, but let's see if Jack Catterall could have somewhat of a repeat performance. But something telling me Josh Taylor gonna beat him. Something telling me Josh Taylor gonna get the nod. Hopefully, maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I don't really got a dog in the race, but we're gonna see. Dang, what's good with the family? Was in hospital 3 weeks. Oh man, damn, prayers up to you, Daniel, man. Stay safe out there, bro. You got to stay safe. God self, my guy. He said, what's up? Oh yeah, it's Keep Cologne, God self. Keep Cologne from North. He making his pro debut. If you go look on the channel, I interviewed him some months back. You know what I'm saying? So I've been, trying to stay locked in and rocking with him, man. I hit him up yesterday and I asked him to come come chop it up. Said maybe 2 weeks, maybe a couple weeks. I'll be for the fight here, come back up here. So y'all be on the lookout for that. A1 Hoop Zone, my guy. What's good with it, man? School's good. You're gonna get hit in boxing, but getting hit 3 times the power ain't fair. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You got to answer that phone, dog. You got to answer that phone. How did Fury get away with that? Oh, Big Dre, what it do, fam? How you feeling, bro? Yeah, Fury is tripped out. 2 things that never changed. Ron will be labeled as a cheat and never got his ass. Well, that's true. That's true. It ain't going nowhere. You already know more than likely he'll be coming back up here. Like I said, I just like to bridge the gap between content creator and the fighters, man. He a young, talented dude. I interviewed him while he was still an amateur, so it's only right to get him back up here and build with him for his pro debut. And the fact that I'll be in the building, don't mess with Texas. What's good with it? The fact that I'll be in the building makes it even better. So I'll get to see his pro debut. Got to interview him early. Got to see some of his amateur fights. So, I mean, he's doing this thing. I want to see him keep excelling, man. My hospital too. For real, man. Appreciate that, Daniel, man. These prayers to you, bro. You stay safe out there, fam. Usu was looking on the cross. Yeah. They thought he was using an inhaler, and he was really kissing his cross. That's all he was doing. Yeah, cheating and catch up to him, Daniel. If he was cheating, it's definitely gonna catch up to him for sure. That 100%, bro. Salute to my guy, upper echelon in the Cash App, always showing love. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate
and we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
And so what's that all about? Yeah. It just, I guess people didn't expect to see him doing it, right? It just looked like something weird, but ultimately it was just him kissing his cross. You know what I mean? He was doing that the whole way. You know what I mean? He got some strength and some motivation from doing so, because he finished that fight strong. He finished that fight like a damn champ. Like I said, the 9th round was very telling. That was very dominant, most dominant round in the fight. And after that, I think the 9th round set him up for the championship rounds. And I think that's how he was able to win this fight. win that fight, should I say. Yeah, you remember him right, God self. He making a pro debut, bro. I love to see. I love to see the journey from the beginning, man. I love to see it. Love to see it. So I'm definitely gonna catch as many as his fights as possible. I think it's dope that I'm gonna be able to catch the first one from him. So that's dope. I know he's gonna go out there and do his thing. Kid got some skills flat out. Like you gonna see it when you see him fight. He can fight. He can fight. He's talented for sure. And like I said, I think he was ranked like number 3. I mean, so salute to my bro, man. Upper echelon. One more time, saving nap time. Much love, always.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Oh yeah, it's debut July 6th. God selfie on the Shakur undercard. He on that Shakur card. So you got Abdullah Mason, you got Keyshawn Davis, Shakur, of course. You got him up there. You got Kevin Johnson. I just interviewed Kevin Johnson a couple weeks ago. Yeah, y'all go tap in. Make sure y'all check out Kevin Johnson. He fighting Kelvin Davis. He fighting Keyshawn Davis' brother. So that's gonna be a banger right there because he going up against Bomac and Kelvin. So that's gonna be a good fight. Kevin Johnson's is mentally tough, strong. He confident. He gonna come to win for sure. Kelvin Davis is undefeated. He definitely gonna come to win. He tall, long, linky. He got power. He can box. He got Bomac. He can box. He got Bomac. You know what I'm saying? So should be fun, man. That should be a fun card to watch, yo. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, I like him, man. And he got a channel too, God self. If you get time, check him out. He got a channel, Keith Tsunami Cologne. He got a YouTube channel. Finally dropped him a channel. He be posting some of his journey and putting up some videos, man. Good stuff, man. I just like to see him growing. He's young, he doing his thing, and I'm supporting him 100%. That's why I say, man, all things Jersey, man, we pushing, man. We pushing everything Jersey. It's going to be lit, man. That card just got better and better with Kevin Thunderstorm Johnson on there fighting Kelvin Davis. That's a sleeper fight for people that don't know. And then you got Keith Cologne making his pro debut. I'm telling you, the kid got some talent. The kid got some skill, y'all. You know, got some skill. And he just signed the top rank too, y'all. He just signed the top rank, God self. So and family, he signed the top rank. So he over there, and I ain't here to draw no negatives. It's a good thing because they're gonna keep him active. They're gonna get him dates. And they're gonna get him experience. They're gonna get him the right proper fights. And that's what I like to see from him. You know what I'm saying? I like Keith Cologne. I'm gonna keep rocking with it. You test today's PEDs in the lab. Yeah. That's what they're gonna have to. We're gonna use hair to test today's. I mean, look, that's for his that's a fight for his school of skills. I hear you. That's a fight for his team, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna argue you saying that. You get what I'm saying? I hear you. That's his team. That's what his team presented. So I'm guessing for them to go through with that and present it as, I don't know, evidence or whatever to make a case for him. You know what I mean? It had to have some type of importance, right? So. But I think ultimately it's not like the end all be all. That's not like, oh, well, the hair follicle was clear, so he's good. Like, I don't think that's the case, but I think they're going to try to prove that because the hair follicle was negative, that means the tests were positive because it was contaminated or whatever the case. So you're going to see. Dodge J, what it do, fam? How you feeling? So that's all. You know what I mean? Salute to crying. And we'll see what comes of it. You know what I mean? He got a fight on his hands, bro. Either that or get him, lock him away, throw him under the jail. No, nah, I'm just joking, but we'll see, man. Salute to Dodge J, but that's just what it is. That's what it is. But yeah, that July 6th card is really it, man. Really, really it. And then hold on, who else? Who else fighting on that card? Somebody else I'm missing. Hold on. Let me look. I'm missing a fight on that card. Am I tripping? Let me see. When do O'Shaquie Foster fight? I'm tripping. Because I think that's the other fight on the card that I didn't mention. That's up there. Yeah. I'm bugging. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm wilding, man. Yeah, O'Shaquie Foster and Robson Conceição on the July 6th card too, man. This shit's gonna be lit up, man. Damn, it's a good card, man. Everybody feeling this joint out. So keep Cologne on this joint. Calvin Davis versus Kevin Johnson. Keyshawn Davis versus Miguel Medueno. Shakur and Artem, Oshaki Foster and Robson Conceição. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I'm gonna enjoy myself that day. That's gonna be a great card. Yeah, well, Ryan, go get him, Ryan. My thumbnail is a little bit different. Man, I ain't even put it in here. That's Ryan. Get his ass. They gonna get him. Yeah, but he being sued by Prime too. So Ryan got some issues, man. Ryan got some stuff going on. You did. That's the hair in the lab. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So like my thing is I don't think they I know about all the stuff with Canelo, but my thing is like we can't mix up the two. Like what he said is what he said. That still don't take away from the fact that that's the route that they're going right now, obviously, because that's what his legal team is presenting, right? The hair follicle situation. But I don't think that means he out the water. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's them fighting for their guy. I think so too, Jordan. I think so. I think he's gonna show out against him. I really do. I think he's gonna beat him up pretty good. About 30 or more tubes testing each other. Okay, I can have that one. Ryan, evil creep. I mean, look, he might be B-move. He might be, bro. Might be. He got a real fight on his hands. That's all I do know. I know he got a real fight on his hands, and we don't know where that's gonna get him at. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna find out though. We're gonna find out, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button for me, man. If y'all haven't, sub to the channel if you haven't. Make sure your notifications on if they are not. Let's keep rocking out. We're gonna rock out for a bit more, man. We're gonna rock out for a bit more. Did they already say Austrian would show up in your hair? Ryan did that for no reason, manipulating the fanboys. I don't know. I mean, look, at the end of the day, can't say it's Ryan trying to manipulate the fanboys. It's his legal team. They presented that as what I mean, evidence, for lack of a better term. Like, you get what I'm saying? I guess that's them trying to make a case. So he can't manipulate nobody. Again, that doesn't, unless you really not paying attention. But again, B-move fanboys, that's another thing, bro. Like, they gonna be manipulated anyway because they more fans of a fighter, right? But for us, we just take it for what it is. We understand that there's a hair test that they obviously tested that was negative, right? So it is what it is. It's not a big deal to me. You get what I'm saying? It's not, because it's not over with. So it's not like, you know what I mean? But I think that's just them as his team doing their job, right? You know what I mean? I don't think that's Ryan manipulating nobody. You know what I mean? His team might be that's them fighting for him. You know what I mean? Mimo Heredia. Yes. Mimo. There was pinching my lower sciatica and lost all feeling my lower body. Damn, that's tough. Hope you good over there, bro. A good performance from Tank Shakur and Tank Shakur pay-per-view in December, January. Man, God willing, man, we need that, Jordan, man. We need that, bro. We need that good scrap off from them good brothers, man. We need that good scrap from both of them. You know what I'm saying? We need to see them dudes scrap. Nemo was on Dave Benavidez's team in his last two fights. Yeah, his name been linked to some stuff too, right? I think David Benavidez on the up and up. Speaking of David Benavidez, it's funny you brought him up. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple clips from David. A
good place for me to campaign at. I've been trying to get to that weight class for a long time, so I'm just very happy to be there, and I feel more comfortable here. And I'm just now I'm in the second half of my career. I did the first 10 years at 168, so maybe we'll do another 5 at 175 and another 5 at cruiserweight. So I'm very excited for this half of my career.
So you said you heard what he said. Say he probably do another 5, do 5 at light heavy, another 5 at cruiserweight. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Like I said, I think that Canelo fight is like dead in the water. I think just I don't see us ever getting that fight, so I'm over it. Whatever. Canelo is who he is. Big Supreme, what it do, fam? So I think that's over with. But in terms of seeing David Benavidez at 175 and meaningful fights moving forward, I think is a real possibility. He got Alexander Vostok he's fighting on the Tank undercard, and from there, that'll position him to make other bigger fights. Maybe he can get the winner of Bivol and Better Beef whenever they run it. Man, Benavidez versus Bivol or Better Beef would be a great fight. You know what I'm saying? So to see him campaign up there at 75 is good for his career. You know what I mean? Let's see what he do moving forward. Let's see Big Supreme what it do, my guy. I was good with it before taking around. Thought that was a tougher fight. Tank, he's almost a better fighter. I feel you. Cholo was good, man. Just went to Ryan and Devin soap opera. And yeah, me too. I think the only thing is with that though, Cholo, man, he ain't gonna just move on because of the foul play involved, right? If it was just a loss, like think about it, he was moving on just fine. He came out, made his statement when he thought it was just a regular loss. He's like, all right, he beat me. Make no excuses, man. He felt like the weight might have impacted the fight, but it's like he cut his losses, right? He just moved on. But then when you threw cheating in the mix, that's the problem for him. You know what I'm saying? He can't make peace with that. It's tough to make peace with, you know what I mean, a situation if you feel like you've been cheated. So like I've been saying the whole time, I understand him completely for that. You know what I mean? Not only is it a great fight, Shakur definitely deserves a tank bag. Yeah, he do, Trey. Yeah, he do. Hell yeah, he do. You know what I mean? He even spoke about fighting Mathias, man.
Real Mathias.
That's a tough fight.
That's a tough fight.
Tough fight. That dude is relentless.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna bring out a different version of me.
Yeah.
He's gonna make me put something out there that y'all haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
With his pressure, with his relentlessness, there's no way you could just box and move.
Gotta dig deep.
You gotta fight.
Yeah.
You gotta fight.
Yeah.
And you gotta fight at times, in spurts, and pick the right punches, and beat him at his game.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he right about that. I know a lot of people had their different opinions on that, but he said it. You can't just box and move away from him the whole time. You got to fight. You got to mix it up, man. You got to do a number of different things against Mathias, man. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying, Trey? They mad at him for saying that. Nah, man, let's keep it real. He'll never fight Mathias, man, bro. He just let you know that's how he had to fight him. He just acknowledged that dude is different. He'll bring something different out of me, man. His relentlessness, his pressure, bro. He gonna force you to fight. Like, you can't just move away from him the whole time. You gotta fight him. You know what I'm saying? And he feel like it'll bring something different out of him. I like that energy. I like it, man. I like it. But, man, I love the opportunities that's right there for him at 35 as well. And I can't wait to see how it all shape out, man, because I'm here for it. I'm here for you, dig? Slide what it do. Mathias will beat the brakes off Shakur. Look, man, I don't argue opinions, man. I'll just say I respect it, but you got to show me that. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what you basing that off. He do even got a loss, so there is a way to beat Mathias, right? He has a loss already, so to just say he'll beat the brakes off a guy that barely lose rounds is a bit of a stretch. You get what I'm saying? Like, he got to show me that he'll beat the brakes off. You know what I'm saying? And he has some pretty competitive fights. Like, I just watched one of his fights. He's just a dog. He wear you down because he forced you to do what he do. You know what I mean? And Core is very good, a master at distance and range control. It'll just be a different challenge for him. You heard what he said. He acknowledged that he was real about it, but he ain't supposed to back up, man. He ain't supposed to back down. You got to mix it up. He acknowledged what he's saying that people say he can't do against fighters. He acknowledging it too, bro. I can't just move around the whole time from that dude either. I got to fight him. You get what I'm saying? That's why I be picking him to beat people. Like, aside from the X's and O's and the pedigree and all that stuff, I think it's his understanding of the game. Like, do you just hear him explain how you got to fight Mathias? Now, it's always easier said than done, right? But it's refreshing to at least hear that he has an understanding of how you would need to approach a guy like that because he's a dog. He know it. See, this is the thing with him, fighters like Shakur. He can give you your just due. He can give you your props, and he going to go prepare for that because he know that dude dangerous. So it'll be stupid for him to sit up and say, he's a bum, he trash, he this. Nah, that dude dangerous, and he'll make me pull something different out. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. He said, hey, So, Mathias 7-round KO. I feel like he'd catch him. Look, he could, bro. Anything could happen. School skill side got Shakur. Proof. J Sample already was so-called proof. Yeah, ain't no proof for sure. It's Zoom. You're right. It's the same stuff that we really pretty much already knew. Trash all power. The shit was embarrassing. Mathias just couldn't finish the gas out. Nah, listen. B Move. He ain't trash though. Look, I watched him. I was doing some homework last night, and I watched one of Mathias' old fights when he fought Jukumbayev. Bro, that dude, he's a dog, bro. It's his feet better than what you think. He's just a little bit better than what people think. I think Mathias has the kind of style that's easy to underappreciate and overlook. You know what I mean? Underestimate and all that from the outside looking in, I think, until you get in there with him. But for me, I'm able to see that dude. It's no mistake that he makes guys quit. Like, you get what I'm saying? Mathias is a damn problem for people, bro. Go watch that fight with him and Jukumbayev, man. See how he did, buddy. See how well dude started off punching, landing good shots, sharp shots, some heavy shots. Just go watch it. Same thing with Ergashev. Just like he wear these dudes down. That is a skill, bro. That's he has a special ingredient in that sauce, bro. And I'm telling you, he be cooking in there, bro. Mathias is a dog. He relentless. He bring pressure, smart pressure. His feet better than you think. He catch a lot of those punches too on the inside, on the elbows, the arms, the gloves, forearms, all that stuff. Like, you don't hit him as cleanly all the time as you think. And he generate a lot of power with those short shots. They come on little weird angles. And they fast. He got hand speed. He a two-handed fighter. Man, he dangerous, bro. I'm telling you. He one of them dudes that, of course, he's not unbeatable, but what he does, it works for him. And he's very good at implementing his game plan and hurting his guy. He's very good at it. Very good at it. But listen, school of skills. They always say that, bro. Listen, none of these dudes like to get hit school of skills. Shakur he just good enough and smart enough to be able to consistently make you be able to miss, to the point where the only way some people could equate his defense is the fact that, oh, he don't like to get hit. That's why his defense is like, none of these dudes like to get hit. He's just good enough and consistent enough defensively to make it the case every single fight that I'm going to make it hard for you to hit me every fight. From round to round, that is priority, to make it very hard for you to hit me, if at all. You get what I'm saying? That's just how he approach it. And I feel like, I got this slogan that I've been saying lately, and to the point where I want to put it on the shirt. Fight your fight. That is my only advice to him. Continue to fight your fight, bro. Don't let nobody talk you out of being great. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody slick talk you out of doing what makes you great. You being very hard to hit from round to round, from 3 minutes to 3 minutes, keep doing it, bro. Let them keep complaining. Whine about it. While you laugh your way to the bank, let them keep crying. You know what I'm saying? And while they keep crying, they ain't going to bet against you. So just keep doing what you do. You get what I'm saying? Fight your fight. Mathias is on that dog. Nah, Mathias a dog, though. Basically, Logan and KSI. Yeah, they suing them, Zoom. They suing him. They suing buddy for the prime stuff. All that prime slander that been going on. Logan said he coming for all that money. Ryan said he gonna be a billionaire at 25. Logan said, great, we coming for it all. You know what I mean? What he said. In order to counterpunch, you gotta be in there. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But like I said, man, it's just a matter of knowing your fight and fighting it. Kirk Douglas, my guy, what's good with it, bro? You fight Mathias, you better be in shape. Hell yeah, you better be in shape. You better be able to take something too, because he gonna land. He gonna land. You gotta have conditioning. You gotta be able to land the right shots. You gotta keep him honest, or he gonna keep coming. It's too much punishment through. Another puncher might hurt him. Man, I'm telling you, punchers, whew. Yeah, you gotta be smart for sure, BN. You gotta be smart. You don't want to fight someone, they say you'll duck, but if you say you want to fight somebody, they say you capping. Yeah, you know how it go. You can't win for losing. If you don't say nothing, Kirk Douglas, you talk too much. If you speak your mind, you don't talk enough. You know what I mean? If you quiet, you don't talk enough. You speak your mind, you talk too much. You can't win for losing. That's how you know what kind of fan you dealing with, bro. What kind of supporter you dealing with. It's just mad about everything. You call a fighter out, you clout chasing. You don't really want to fight. You don't say nothing to a guy that called you out. You duck at him. It's like, you can't make this shit up, bro. That's boxing for you. That's people. Biggest weapon in boxing is that counter. when you counter, timing, distance, range control. Because distance and range control, I feel like is so important because it requires your feet, and you need your feet to be able to punch the box and things like that. So when you can't do that, Thrill Hill, what it do when you can't do that? You know what I mean? You're not in range to punch and get your shots off. Remember, he avenged that loss, which was coming off and taking that guy's life. Oh, yeah. Mathias, yeah, he lost to Petros Ananya. Lost to Petros Ananya. He lost that fight, ended up getting held up by the ropes. It was like a knockdown, but he didn't hit the deck. The ropes held him up, and that was like, I think, the difference in the fight. But he definitely came back and avenged that loss by knockout. He took multiple O's, man. Mathias is dangerous, bro. He got 100% KO ratio for a good reason. And it ain't even that he the biggest one-punch guy either. He grinds you, wear you down, and hurt you. And he make you, force you to fight him, and then you end up can't keep up with what he doing, and it just get bad. I've seen him do it to consecutive fighters. It's not a coincidence. That dude really is dangerous. And like, if you don't have what it takes to neutralize the style, I think you gotta be able to do a bit of everything to keep him honest. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit in there too long and fight him. You can't just move the whole time. I think eventually he'll catch up. So you gotta mix it up, and you gotta have enough on your punch to keep him and make him respect you to some degree. If not, then it's gonna be a tough night. It's gonna be a very tough night. From my view, was good. Logan Slow is literally a settlement out of anybody that's been drinking prime. Oh man, yeah, man. Yeah, but he's suing Ryan. I guess for the stuff Ryan's saying, because remember, Ryan tried to say he was drinking prime. That's how he popped for Osterine. So remember, he was saying a lot of stuff. Old school, what it do, family? That's what Brian Norman got to do with the counter for sure. And that uppercut, them uppercuts on both sides was killing, wasn't it? He said, man, I'm knocking Mathias out. Where he at? Hold on, B-move. I got you. I punched the like button, man. I got you. Who you talking to? I know you ain't talking to Mathias like that, bro. Hold on. You ask for Mathias, you shall receive, bro.
Yo, Bray, when you see this video, this interview, please give me the opportunity to show the world. I'm gonna send you to the hospital after the fight. Me, please give me the opportunity. I'm gonna send you to the hospital, and you know it.
The really best 140 is here. No Teófimo, Pussy. No Ryan, who is Ryan? No Haney, Chicken. No Rolling. He's a joker, and the world know it. So, what happened? I'm here. Who going to fight with me? Who?
You know what I'm saying? You heard what he said, B-move. Who want to fight with me? Who? He said, B-move want to fight with me? Who? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? B-move, he on you, man. He on you. LaMarcus said, Yoker. You know it. You know it, Boxing Dad. What it do, fam? Talking to them Subriel Mathias. You get what I'm saying? They know how to play, my guy. They're really best 140. You know it. You know it. That clip is a classic, dude. That clip is a classic, man. That Mathias joint is a classic. That's a classic, dog. And salute to my brothers Mike Kirkland and Daryl McKinney and the Super Thanks. Much love to my bros, man. If y'all out there listening, y'all couch this on the playback. Much love to my brothers Mike Kirkland and Daryl McKinney. I was playing, bro. Nah, be moving. Nope. The really best 140. Nope, I'm telling Mathias. Telling Mathias what you said, fam. I do screenshots, B-move. I don't know if you know how I get down. I do screenshots. I send them over there. I'm going to say, yeah, Mathias, this guy B-move. Yeah, purple icon with the BE in it. Yeah, he was coming crazy. I was trying to tell him the really best 140. I was trying to tell him that's you. B-move ain't want to hear me. So, you know what I mean? He was coming for you, you know what I mean? Your neck in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I got to let Champ know. He told me if anybody come in there talking crazy like that, you know what I mean, just let them know what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? And salute to my bro. He said, very excited for Gary Antoine fight coming up. Salute to my bro Trey back in the Cash App, man. Much love, much appreciation. My guy always supporting the grind, man, holding me down.
And we ain't never got a box again.
Yeah,
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Much love to my guy Trey, man. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm excited for his fight too, bro, because it gets him back in the mix. Emmanuel Carter in the building. What's good, my guy? It get him back in the mix, Trey, and that's where we want to see him at. I think it's a good test. Puyo, I believe, is undefeated, right? So let's see if he can keep his KO streak intact and get another impressive win. Let's see if he can make short work out of this dude. It'd be very impressive because Puyo can fight. He knows his way around the ring. He was a champion before that situation happened with him, right? I think he had some type of PED situation too. So, you know what I mean? He been kind of out the mix. That Antoine, that Ken Cruz fight was quick, but it was efficient, effective. He got his guy out of there quick, early. You know what I mean? And we want to see him back. So I think Puyo can at least provide him enough resistance where we can see him for some rounds where we don't have to, you know what I mean? I think this would be a longer fight than his last one for sure. Because that's what you need. You want to see him go some rounds and then get his knockout. If you're going to knock him out. But look, if it presents itself early, then take it. You know what I mean? I know they don't get paid for overtime, but it wouldn't hurt to see Gary Antoine get some rounds in, man. I just want to see him position himself again for a title because, you know, people been talking crazy. They got to put some respect back on his name. Ever since people heard that he turned down a title shot, which ended up being, I think, his team making that decision. So, you know, I just want to see him back in the mix because he definitely one of them guys at 140. I mean, think about it, bro. He got 100% KO ratio. Everybody should be talking about Gary Antoine Russell. You know what I mean? Not just because of the KO ratio, but shit. Don't they say knockout sell? Well, all right, he got all knockouts. Knocking out people that ain't been being stopped before. Like, yeah, everybody should be talking about Gary Antoine Russell at 140 right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. And big moves still happen. Just have to wait better to recover. Okay, they testing him. He turned around and tested him again. And you need to be exposed. Anyway, is a dog, man. Yeah, Antoine a bad dude, bro. Bad dude. Anyway, a dog, man. I mean, he got dropped. So usually a lot of time people say that's getting exposed, but it ain't. You see how he fought back. Anyway, a dog, man. Yeah, I ain't like that testing situation with him either, though. School skills. I ain't like it. He was complaining a lot. I heard he complained about the testing. I just don't like that because everybody got to abide by them testing rules. So I just didn't like it. But yeah, Antoine is a bad boy, man. He just got to get his opportunities. That's all. Yeah, I know the Russell family talented, all of them, and I rock with them. So I just want to see him back in the mix. I want to see him state his claim at 140, man. Stake his claim at 140. Because his name come up when you think about dogs at 140. His name definitely come up. Oh, you talking about steroids? You say you're cheap? Yeah, I mean, listen, I know people got their reservations and feelings toward them, but I'll just say, man, you just never know, man. It's just crazy. Like I'll say, cause he never popped dirty, so I ain't going, I ain't gonna put that on him. But I've heard people speculate that. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? He's just a rare breed, small guy, man. He punching lights out, man. That dude punching power is something different, bro, for a small guy. And that's why none of those dudes at 22 gonna be able to do nothing remotely close. They're not gonna come remotely close to beating him. They just can't deal with the punching power. That dude punching way too hard for them smaller guys. It ain't. And he can box. Anyway, Casemiro. That's what you were saying, Rosa Casemiro. I think he'd stop him bad. I really do. I always did. I think he'd beat the hell out of Casemiro. I think he's just too wide for him. I mean, he's too wild. He's too wild for NUA to me. that shit won't work. Way too wild for me, for my liking, man. I think anyway doing bad too. What with the video? Oh, it was just a little short video. I'll play it again. Crush said somebody needs to claim. Yeah, they need to claim 140 Crush. Hell yeah, 140 needs to be claimed. I'll play it again real quick, Emmanuel. I got you. Some little fake video of people fishing claiming this was a loss in Mexico that he erased off his record. But I just thought it was people fishing because he took an L. So they kind of wanted to pile on. He's, cameraman wasn't that good, but you seen it to some degree. You was able to see it. Number one, they had the best PED labs around. Anyway, versus Bam Rodriguez, catch weight. There's been mentions about that fight, but I just feel like they got to catch up to each other first. Bam could fight his ass off, but I'm always had the same question when you going in there against Inoue. That dude really could punch. Can you deal with that punching power? You know what I'm saying? You're about the hair sample. Yeah, man, I got it right here. You know your boy be on. I smashed the like button for me. Appreciate everybody that stayed to the end of the show. We're going to rock out for a few more minutes, man. But yeah, I got the hair sample thing right here. Right here. They're claiming, because of that, it's going to be, those other tests was positive because of that, it was contamination involved, but they got to prove it. You know what I mean? Devin out here in Mexico. Only smoke for anyways, Bam or Junto, regard 122 and below. Yeah, even them, it's like, I got the same questions for them, bro. Can they deal with that punching power? Is punching power crazy? From my view, it's a lot. And mixed with the boxing ability. You can't forget about the man boxing ability, but his punch is something different for them lighter weights, man. He got a special punch for those smaller guys for sure, man. Look, man, School of Skills, man. I just had a former fighter. I was listening to him on his live, and he was talking about the percentage of people that he feel like is on stuff. So look, it ain't no denying that it's people out there cheating. But my thing is, I just can't put it on. I can't label guys and put jackets on them, right? So. You know what I mean? Unless they getting caught. It's things that look suspicious, things that we question for sure. But I just think without the right information and right proof, it's a slippery slope. So it's just like one, you know what I mean? For me, I can't put them jackets on these fighters because, that should have put them. This is a bad look to do that. Tiger Johnson versus Keyshawn Davis. Who knows? Could be a potential future fight. Tiger Johnson is nice. That Ryan's a weirdo. He definitely is weird. Nothing else. He definitely got some weird tendencies, man. Behind like crazy. Yeah, man. I don't know. They gotta get it together. School of Skills, man. They gotta get it together, bro. Man, they gotta get it together. Keyshawn Davis should claim 140. Interesting. I just think he like it at 35. William Old School, my brother. What's good with it, man? Yeah, I think he like I think he like 35 right now. Yeah, he always been strange. Weird guy. What happened to Cool Boy Steph? He was gonna fight on. He was supposed to fight on Tank undercard, but now I think he's fighting in July instead. He was supposed to fight on the Tank undercard, but they scrapped that. Now he should be fighting in July, I think. The only one will give him problems is Pitbull and Mathias. Give who problem? Who that slide? Get Pitbull and Mathias. Give who problems? You think Devin will get his old back? William Old School, my brother. What's good with it, man? This is how I see it, Manuel. I think the only way Dev gets that back is if he can't prove that it wasn't intentional, right? I think if he's proven to be guilty, I think that no contest happened. He might get that O back. I mean, he ain't gonna get no win, but I think it'll be a no contest and it'll be justified. Like he'll get, he still wouldn't fully justify it though, because he still had this, he was subject himself to that punishment inside the ring. So, but that could be the best case scenario, is that a no contest happens. I mean, they fine him and suspend him if he's proven to be guilty with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so that's just what it is. All these fucking fanboys talking about Ryan. I say favorite fighter isn't as good as you think he is. No lateral movement, head on the line. You dig? Head on the line. Yeah, I be ignoring. You notice, well, I've been noticing. I be ignoring people sometimes, bro. Like these dudes just be, I don't know. They be arguing and then they, argue with somebody and then be getting mad. I don't be caring. I be ignoring them. We just gonna keep building. We gonna build for a few more minutes, man. Y'all punch the like button and subscribe to the channel. You know that saying? Hit the like button the one time for the one time. Let me stop playing. Let me stop tripping. Let me get Rye off of here, man. Tank putting in that work. He out here bloodying guys up and sparring, man. Frank, you see that, Frank? That's a message for you, Frankie. He talking to you, Frank. Tank talking to you a little bit. He let you know it's going to get real in the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? Dante's boxing talking about gang. What's good with a hair test negative? That's hard to fake. They need to just run it back. They people are dismissive of it, Dante. They trying to say, well, the hair test doesn't mean anything. Well, tell that shit to his lawyers, because they the one presenting it, not us. Like, that's why I say people be mad at the wrong folk, man. You be mad at the wrong folk, dog. Just think Dad keeps that. Regis gets his belt back. Damn, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy, yeah, because of the situation with the with that weight shit that they was talking about. With the where's that? Did I have it in here still? Yeah, that situation with the weights.
Where you have a fighter who could potentially, and this is what I thought about, and I went back to the Mago case in New York because I keep thinking about this. This is not something that we don't know about. This is something that we know about. Okay, it's one thing if we let somebody fight with drugs and we don't know about it. We know this fighter's 15% or heavier, and perhaps the opponent's nowhere near that heavy. And if something bad happens in that bout, I think that I don't know about the law liability wise and all that. I'm not going there. I just don't think that looks that great. I think we knowingly let something bad happen, and to me that's a health and safety issue.
You see, so that's them. They saying they was talking about that. That was for the Regis fight. This was this. So I don't think that it will result into Regis getting his belt back, because I don't even think he's gonna make an issue out of this. I just don't even know what to think about all this. That's why boxing need more strict rules, bro. They need to enforce their rules and be more consistent with it, so shit like this don't happen. It becomes very confusing, and it's not just a matter of understanding the rules. It's the fact that certain rules are in place, and you might have an understanding of it, but then you'll see certain rules being broke in certain situations, and it become confusing. So I think this is one of those situations right here. Prime example. So I don't think he'll get his belt back. You know what I mean? But I think it just goes to show you how sometimes rules are broken and they go under the radar, maybe for money or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying? That's a lack of skill. That's what it's called, man. Yeah, Regis should have gave Dev a call. That's the case. He was the champ. They both was middleweights that night. Yeah, I mean, the thing was, it seemed like Regis didn't even try to, that wasn't his focus, weight and none of that stuff. Regis just be trying to get in there and scrap. And he got something for EJ. He got something for EJ, all right. A body, you know what I'm saying? A victim. I mean, he gonna be a Vic for EJ playing around. Something like, Yeah, I mean, ultimately, Tony, that's what he had to do, send his supplements in to be tested, all of them, everything that he took, all that stuff he was saying, D3, omega-3, whatever he was saying, all that little stuff, the ashwagandha, all that stuff got to be tested. Haney came in over 15% of the actual weight and paid Regis to stay in the fight. Yeah. And then complain about 3 pounds, Zone. That was paid for. Going to the Regis attorney, we want it overturned. You want it overturned, you want it overturned now. I feel you. Said Devin won 1 through 7. It was a decision. 1 through 7 with who? With Ryan? He damn sure ain't win rounds 1 through 7. Not to me, did. But the thing is not to insult somebody because they seen something different than you. That's looking to start an argument. If you tell somebody they dumb because they didn't see something you seen, then how you gonna expect them to respect where you coming from? You gotta know what I'm saying? People gotta learn how to tell people, yeah, I hear you, but for me, I thought Devin won rounds 1 through 7. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. You don't gotta be like, no, y'all dumb because Devin won round. No, I thought he got hurt in the very first round. If we talking about him and Ryan. Overlooked he tested positive after the fight because he lost the fight. Now they're attacking Ryan. Yeah, for sure. I think Ryan is bringing some of the attack stuff on himself because of the way he carrying it, the way he behaving. Like I said before, that immaturity and stuff like that is distasteful. Like you're making yourself look bad. Bro, yeah, you already know, man. Zoom, you know it. Because it was perfectly legal. Regis is a clown. No, I don't think Regis is a clown. I think Regis is a former 2-time world champion that picked up boxing at like the age of 17 that beat the odds 3, 4, 5 times over, bro. I don't think nothing clown about Regis or his fans. I think you just might be going a little bit too far with it. Regis ain't the one making it an issue right now. He's just talking about it. So how could Regis be a clown? He lost the fight and he went about his business. You know what I'm saying? That's all he could do. We're trying to overturn a Ryan fight. We want the Regis fight overturned. You know what I mean? Eye for an eye, Will. You know what I mean? You know, Osterman turns you from a C class to an A class boxer. Me neither, Trey. You know what I mean? I had no idea, Brody. I had no idea. You know what I mean? And he went around 1 through 4, and then I had Ryan winning the rest of the fight. I feel you. All I can tell you is I feel you. Look, I thought Ryan had got the first round. I think Devin had got like rounds 2 through I think it was like 2 through 5, maybe, possibly. I think he was getting them rounds. And I think like Ryan picked it up a little bit and then ultimately got the knockdown in the 7th. And the rest was tough sledding for Dev from that point on. But I think from like rounds 2 to 5 or 6, he put together some good rounds and some good work. You know what I'm saying? But I think that first round, he got his chin checked. So I don't think he won that first round. Yeah. Weight cut and keep the muscle without, you know what I mean, retain the muscle but lose the weight. It's supposed to help with endurance, I believe, and stuff like that. Ryan mouth overloading his ass. Yeah, that's what it is. AJ doing all that reckless talking and just being an overall asshole. Like that's not gonna make his situation better. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be smarter. That's why I say he need better people around him. He need more genuine support, man, and more real ones, like more people that is not scared to tell him what they need to tell him, regardless of how he feel about it. They're gonna tell him what's real. He need a few of those people directly in place and around him at all times. Not P did it wrong. Nah, that's what it come down to, Tony. I think that's a real conversation too. It could have been just a bad style matchup for him. People don't want to, acknowledge it or admit to it, maybe because then that's like saying that almost you got to give Ryan credit, right? People still don't want to do that, but stylistically, the things that Ryan do well, things that Haney don't do well. You look at it, it's favorable to a guy that got a speed and power advantage. So you got to acknowledge that that's real. Stylistically, it ended up being a bad matchup. Yeah, if Devin keeps his L and Reeses get his belt back, that'd be wild. Boy, the boxing world, boy, they'd throw a fit. Emmanuel, they'd lose their minds, bro. A lot of yes men around him, including his dad. I get his dad being his number one cheerleader, but everybody else, not so much. Ace, like they gotta, you get what I'm saying? Completed by Ryan is most of the F up. Yeah, it's tough. So just I think DJ being his trainer actually is helping Ryan to set up his punch instead of just throwing. Wow, like he was doing with his last two trainers. Yeah, if you look at it, Tony, if you look at the way Derrick James trains, he trains, I think, for efficiency and effectiveness. Like you notice you never see Errol Spence doing those fast mid drills that a lot of the smaller, more athletic guys be doing, right? When you see them hitting the pads, it's intentional and effectiveness, right? Punch placement, repetition, throwing the right punch, placing it the right way, getting the right weight behind it. That's what I believe Derrick James be trained. I would love to ask him to see if I'm wrong, to see how he would characterize it. But that's what I look. He just trains. Like basically, he ain't gonna have you doing something in training that you're not gonna actually do in the fight. Derrick James, so he's very effective. He's a teacher in that regard, man. I think that makes him a hell of a teacher trainer. So that's how I look at it. He does teach you to slow it down and pick your shots better. Like, you know what I mean? TM was good with it, fam. I want to see a rematch once all is settled. I want to see how many. Talk about the rematch, yeah, for sure. Me too. The more people go, TM make me want to see a rematch too, bro. PEDs. I mean, what you mean? You're not criticizing them in what way? You gotta be real with yourself, bro. PEDs is one thing, but the game plan strategy, the mistakes that were made, that has nothing to do with PEDs. Getting hit repeatedly over and over with left hooks has nothing to do with PEDs. Getting blinded by a jab and then hit with the left hook has nothing to do with PEDs. Like, that's just being real. So you can criticize a guy because you criticizing him from a strategy standpoint, from a tactical standpoint. You identify that there were real mistakes made in the fight. Regardless, Pete Osterine or not, he still made mistakes in the fight that if he want to get better, he's going to have to acknowledge. You get what I'm saying? So that's all that is. Like, critiquing them is not a bad thing if it's constructive criticism. Now, if you slandering them or tearing them down, that's something different. But just because it was PEDs involved don't mean you can't critique the performance. That's still a conversation to be had. If he ignores what happened in the ring from a performance standpoint, from a execution standpoint, tactical X's and O's standpoint, he's bound to make the same mistakes. So you can't attribute the entirety of the fight to Osterine is what I'm saying. Facts, and 2-6. I think he got about 2-6. And from remember, he changed the fight with the 7th round. I think I gave him the first. I think he changed it in the 7th, and then got 2 more knockdowns after that. So it was tough. Nah, the thing is, I don't think I would be fighting for the overturn. Maybe the no contest I would fight for. Maybe hypothetically, if I'm in Haney's shoes, like, I mean, ask for a rematch. Yeah, look, I think once he calls it what it do, fam. I think once he calm down and think about it, I think he'll want it again. You know what I mean? I think he'll want it again. Gervonta what it do, fam. Yeah, that's all they do, man. They see what was good with it. Cheaters gonna make the game corny. Yeah, I mean, I just think look, the thing is for me, like I've been saying this whole time, bro. Right now he just gotta improve if it's intentional or unintentional, and then I can make my final judgment on it, right? It just is what it is. It's unfortunate, but this is where we at in boxing with this dude Ryan Garcia. We knew that this test was going to be positive. It wasn't no shock there. Just got to wait and see what his team actually what kind of case they going to make for him, right? Could they clear his name? Could they prove contamination? If not, cook his ass. I've been saying it the whole time. Just cook him. Cook him, cook him, cook him. So again, man, this is boxing ain't for the faint of heart. It ain't for the sensitive. If you got thin skin, it ain't for you, man. People got to understand how to comprehend and have a conversation. Us criticizing Devin Haney, or just because it was Osterine that play, don't mean you can't criticize a performance and a mistake somebody made. You know what I mean, you still have to be real with yourself and say, yeah, he really made some tactical errors, whether it was Osterine or not. Those things bending over to your right was always a mistake that he made, which I highlighted for years, that if he continued to do that, he eventually run into somebody's left hand. If you're in there with a southpaw, if you bending over to the right, that's a bad move because that's their left hand. So just imagine if it's a tank. In Ryan Garcia's case, he had the speed advantage and the power advantage. If you bending over to the right, that you clipped. That has nothing to do with Osterine. You repeatedly making the same mistake after that. That has nothing to do with Osterine. That don't mean we shitting on Devin Haney. We just real enough to have a real conversation, bro. The man made some mistakes. And if Ryan made the ultimate one with cheating on purpose, then we fry his ass. Simple. I keep repeating it, not to beat a dead horse, but that's exactly how simple it is for me. It's that simple. It's just very simple. There's no need to argue. Like, notice, man, the only time arguments take place in these conversations is when somebody think they got all the answers, bro. If you present this situation like, you know, somebody that, you know, don't have all the answers, like a lot of times people be talking out of all the information that they provided us with. A lot of times when people having these arguments, they're not even basing it on the information that's put out there. They basing it on what they think and how they feel. You got people really not even looking up the benefits of Osterine and all the facts in this situation, but they got a whole argument. So that's why I say, for me, it's never an argument. It's a conversation. Unless you got answers that we don't, nobody is right, nobody is wrong. At the end of the day, it's going to be proven. That shit going to come out to the wash. We're going to know what time it is with Ryan Garcia. You dig what I'm saying? It's simple. People just need to learn that, like, boxing can be toxic. Learn to not insult somebody because they think differently than you. That's where it starts. People are, y'all dumb because y'all think this, but I think that. Like, it's crazy. Like, yo, just know. That's why I say over here, we build, bro. Erica Cruz popped dirty. Facts. Aaron fight was close as hell. She popped dirty. Yes, Erica Cruz just popped dirty. Yes, she did. Just the legal amount of computer over here. Canelo, yeah. I hate the fact that that's even allowed from my view. Any of it. I had to create another username. Man. And that's why I say, man, over here, bring your intellect with you. Bring your insight. Bring your knowledge. Bring an empty plate. Come over here wanting to build. Like, over here, it's no shitting on nobody for how they think. If you logical, you reasonable, let's talk, man. Chop it up. Give you this, you know what I mean, a different way to talk this shit, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to argue, just don't really care for that. You know what I mean? People be going off the rail. Yeah, they do, Dodge. They way too quick. Like, just relax, bro. Stop being overly emotional. It's hard to be passionate about shit, but overly emotional, nah, it's a difference. So going off the rails, like, a lot of people want us to condemn the man. Like, nah, man, if anybody been listening to me talk about this, the time we've been up here today, I've been very consistent, very solid, just by presenting the information out there and giving a realistic assessment based off what we got in front of us. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason to go overboard with it. It ain't that deep. You know what I mean? But Ryan gonna get frickazeed, man, if he can't get on top of the situation. How he beat his ass. Oh. Just double stand with Ryan. When Michelle Rivera, Amir contest pilot, they still lost their fights with the same PED in their system. Ryan beat down Haney. Yeah, I mean, I guess ultimately, bro, it's gonna come down to the fact that it was in his system. So it's like, I understand. I know some people have shit in their system still lost. Michelle Rivera, he didn't have a PED though. That was diuretics, and for Michelle Rivera, Amir Khan's situation a little bit different, but you know, much different point in his career too, and he got his ass whooped. I don't care because Conor in Pop Dirty. Nah, he didn't care. He was still trying to push him to have a fight from my view. You know what I'm saying? He's still trying to push Conor Ben to have a fight without clearing his name and none of that. So that's why I say, Eddie Hearn, you can still have an opinion, but don't be a hypocrite. Be mindful of what you're saying, because not too long ago, one of your fighters was hot, pissing, talking about he had tainted eggs. You know what I mean? Yep, hair test. Yep. You see what I'm saying, Dante? That's why you my guy, bro. And that's why I rock with the fam, because y'all know how I do over here. That's like I said, I had that too. I had that up here. This was the hair sample thing. This was also hold on, he had a statement from his lawyers and stuff too about his test. So that's also all that. So I had everything. You know what I mean? I had it all. We had it all. You dig? So I ain't trying to hear no setup. You better use that 30 mil you made in the night to get your name right. That's all I said. I'm gonna keep saying it because that's what he need to do. PD improve hand speed. I wouldn't say that, but his hands is as fast as they always been. His hands wasn't exceptionally fast, or faster than what they normally look. Not to me, anyway. Not just from looking. I mean, he always been fast. He always hit hard. He looked like he was in the worst shape that I've ever seen him in any professional fight. If we being all the way 100, that's what I've seen. Having to take breaks in between punches and taking all them breaks, fighting in spurts. That dude didn't look like no shape. So I can't say what kind of benefits he received from it. I can't say that. But what I can say is what it looked like to me is he looked like a guy that if he did something intentionally wrong, he definitely looked as if he almost didn't receive the benefits of it, and he shot himself in the foot. It's very stupid. He looked shitty as hell condition-wise. His condition was poor. His poor, too. It was terrible. He fought in spurts. He literally made the same mistakes in the Tank fight as he made in this fight. Just had a different guy in front of him, and he couldn't capitalize that. That's something that's real. You know what I'm saying? That's real. Got this Pop Dirty can say I was beating his ass. Yeah, it was Haney Chin and game plan. Yeah, game plan, approach, strategy. Fact that he's faced with some different challenges on that night with Ryan, so that's just what it is. You know what I mean? But if I'm gonna say this, and I mean this, and this is respectfully, if they're gonna say it's all because of PEDs, he's gonna have a tough time proving that. I mean, like to himself in the ring. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's real. Like you made mistakes in there. GM, what it do, family? You know it. Yeah, he took a tough one. And back then, no violent than that. Or get the situation squared away, GM, and then come back and have strict testing. You know what I'm saying? Have strict testing. Make sure that he make the weight this time. Make sure he make the weight this time. Like, I get Haney. I get it, bro. Make sure that dude make the damn weight responsibly this time and beat his ass. That's all you got to do. You know what I mean? Make sure he make the weight and beat his ass. Just saying that he looked out of shape. Yeah, he definitely did. He did look out of shape. He would have helped with the muscle and stamina. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, again, if it's supposed to help with endurance and stamina, do he look like a guy that benefited from having extra endurance and stamina? It's simple. Like some people feel like, yeah, I feel like no. I never seen him fight like that in spurts that way. That was like condition-wise, it was on some of the worst I've seen him. You know what I mean? It's some of the worst I've seen him. So it's like this, you know what I mean? Salute to my guy, Gertz. So I look at it like this. Accountability, right? Look at it just to be consistent with the, he said, Bill, outside just to be consistent with the situation. Ryan got to take accountability, whether it's intentional or not, because it didn't magically appear in his body. Nobody forced it into his body. I'm just a real one. I'm going to repeat this and I'm going to be done with it. For me, if he can prove, if him and his team and all that money he got can prove legally that he didn't intentionally do it and it was contamination, I'm not going to look at him as a guy that was trying to juice up and cheat. But if he can't prove that with all that money he got, then I'm going to say he obviously looked like a guy that was trying to juice up and cheat. It's simple. And then we're going to cook him whether or not, it's still some accountability that takes place because it got in his system. So you're responsible for whatever goes in there. It's very simple for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, if he took steroids intentionally, H-Money for me. If it's intentional, get him out of here. I don't care what they do with him because, you know what I mean, he shitted on boxing. You know what I mean? But we're going to see. That's why I can't wait till it's over with so we can, y'all see. When they say what it is, I'm going to deal with it. Well, what's good with it?
What's up, my brother?
You already know. Another build in the
Look,
books.
I was watching Showbiz explain it, and then he was running that letter down that came out, and according to what it says, that level from the hair sample came up zilch, which basically they explained it to mean that he had such a little amount in his system. He didn't even have no how do you put it? He didn't get no effects from it.
Yeah.
Which is why they now thinking it's contamination that is the reason why it was in his system.
Right. Yeah.
If that's the case, I mean, that would make things not his fault. I mean, yeah, he should have checked what the hell he was taking, but if it's not on the damn label, how the hell is he gonna know?
Right, and that's just where the accountability fall, right? Like, I don't think he'll get the steepest penalty possible, but it'll still be his responsibility because he put it in his body type deals. Like, he's supposed to know it. Like, you can't trust the labels, and they was explaining it's a way for them to get all their supplements and stuff tested to make sure it's on the up and up. So maybe he didn't cross all his T's and dot his I's from that regard. You know what I mean? So
I watched this other one that D1 came up with, and this guy was explaining, and he said sometimes these companies slip it in to make the product that they're selling actually work.
Right.
Then if they get caught, then they automatically take it out of the product.
Right. Yeah, it was a dude giving us some thoughts on like how they intentionally possibly taint these supplements and stuff like that, and just not letting nobody know. But he also acknowledged how it's on the fighters, and it's their responsibility to get anything they're taking tested, to just be on the safe side. You can't go off the labels, and people are not trying to hear like, oh well, it wasn't on the label. They get it, and I think that's that small window to prove the intent, or you know what I'm saying, contamination situation. But for the most part, you're still responsible. That's why I say, even if he didn't intend it, he got to get suspended for some amount of time and fined just because it was in there alone. You get what I'm saying? But again, that he can prove with his team and money that, I didn't do this intentionally, and my supplements was contaminated. I can't speak for nobody else, but for Just Do, that's a much different situation than a guy that's knowingly doing this shit to get it.
Exactly.
Then when you consider the time, and 19th and the 20th, that's the day of, the day after, that shit, it would be the worst time in history to try to use something. So I'm just letting all things come out, and I'm being realistic about it. That matters to me because that makes all the world of a difference. Put yourself in the same situation. Say you went and got some supplements. You thinking that they good. Yeah, you didn't go thoroughly get them tested and checked, and then you pop. Put yourself in his shoes, you're going to feel the same way. So intent does fucking matter here. I don't know, but at least to me, I don't know if it matters to anybody else. That does matter. And even, like I said, even if you can prove that you didn't do it on purpose, you still got to be responsible. So you got to face some type of suspension because you put it in your body. That's as fair as I could call it. I don't know anybody else. Y'all like, yo, ban him from boxing. He cheated. Look, I can't argue. Of course, here, right? So that's the leg y'all got to stand on. But for me, that's how I look at it. It's simple.
But look, of course, the Haney channels are all out there right now. Oh, ban Ryan. Take him out of boxing. Blah, 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 blah. They don't want to hear nothing else. They don't want to hear that maybe it was an accident. Maybe that it was in his supplements and he didn't know. Oh, they just want him banned now.
William, for me, like I'm trying to defend Ryan as much as possible, but the way he's acting makes it hard. Like his immaturity and the way he's acting can be very hard to defend Ryan with all this weird stuff that.
Look, I tried to explain. I explained this to Just a while back.
You don't got to defend him at all. You just present the facts and you let it be what it is. You know what I mean? You don't got to defend him, but you don't got to crucify him either. No justification needs to take place. You just, talk about
when they put you on medications for your head to get you right, thinking right, and you turn around and you drink on top of them medications, you have side effects, which makes you kind of freaking nuts. I know by experience from my first old lady, my first daughter's mother, who was nuttier than a fruitcake. And when she drank on top of her meds, she went absolutely freaking insane.
See, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I used to take ADD medication and stuff like that, and in some of those medications they have diuretics in it that make you lose a ton of weight, and and sometimes those pharmaceutical companies don't put that on the label, so you don't really know what's in the pills and stuff like that. So I can't blame Ryan if he didn't know it was like, even though he's a professional fighter, maybe he trusted. He's a young kid still, a young man who's still learning the ways of the sport and stuff like that.
The thing is, right, it's not that you fault him, but that's why there's self-accountability. And inside that means even as a man, if he knows he's able to prove himself, he still has to say, you know what? It was my job to do my due diligence to get these supplements tested to make sure that it was on the up and up. The fact that I didn't do that, it caused me to have a positive test, and now you kind of got to deal with that. So he got to accept the responsibility for that part of it.
Let's be honest. Ryan shouldn't have had to have the supplements if Ryan would have been on track with his weight to begin with.
Yeah, true. That's true too. You know what I mean? He was pissing away his training camp.
If you had been planning your fight, you knew you had to make a certain weight. Why the hell would you wait till the last minute and start taking supplements to lose the weight? You should have had a nutritionist with you, working you, making sure you were on weight.
Right.
And that part I blame him for.
See, and I've said this, to me, I think the PEDs didn't really, me and Just were talking about this before you jumped on, William. I feel that the PEDs didn't really help Ryan. It's just his style is a really bad matchup for Devin. Like the way he fights and stuff like that is a bad matchup for Haney.
That's why I say accountability is going to be light suspension if you can prove it.
I've said for years, Devin had the same issues with his defense. For years. They've never went about correcting it. And if you look at him on tape, you can pick what shots you could hit him with. Ryan and freaking Derek James did that job. They knew exactly what to throw, exactly what was going to work, and they took advantage of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, how do you go into a fight knowing that your opponent's best weapon is a hook and you're not prepared to stop it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying a lot of the stuff I've been saying for the longest too. About the accountability, responsibility. Ain't no more ways I could say it. I said he's responsible for it, whether he didn't do it on purpose or not. It's accountability there, so he got to hold himself responsible for that. But again, it's simple. We got to prove how it got there. It's not a matter if it was there, it's how it got there. Now, did you know it or did you not know it? And you know what I mean? That's that simple. So he's saying supplements. That's their argument. Seem like their argument is supplements. That's why I'm throwing that in there. Because I mean, if not, then he just went and took Ostarine did the day of and the day after the fight, which would the 19th and the 20th, which would be stupid as hell. And if everybody all of a sudden they saying he was cycling off, and when he had the pass test, he had masking agents. All this speculation. All I could say is I presented all the facts responsibly. I gave a fair take. I said a lot of the same stuff y'all saying. Ain't no more I could say on it. Ryan just
look at my guy Haney's lawyer out in the chat. Big dose. Big dose. We're assuming that because, for one, he had so little in his damn system, bro, that if he was actually taking it to get some kind of power out of it, he was doing a damn bad job of it.
Yeah. What's good with it, Rain? How you feeling, Queen? He said, wasn't nobody else clipping Devin the way Juiced Up Ryan did? Ryan was stronger, faster, and had more recuperative abilities due to the PEDs. I'd say wasn't nobody else clipping Devin that way because he ain't fighting nobody that size, with that speed, that power. I'm not dismissing PEDs, but you can't attribute it all to PEDs. Ryan been fast. He been a hard puncher. I don't know how it looked to you. To me, he looked shitty condition-wise. He didn't look like a guy that received benefits from what I've seen. He didn't look like a juiced-up guy. He just looked like a guy that took advantage of a fighter that wasn't prepared. He overlooked him. You treated him like a YouTuber, a TikToker. You approached the fight like that, not like a real fighter. You and your dad was on record a number of times talking about how y'all was going to knock him out. You went as far as to say you're going to meet him in the center of the ring, and you don't believe that he's going to do it because you don't believe he got the heart to do all of this. So when you factor all of that stuff in and you look at the way he approached the fight, he tried to step to the power puncher. That's before you even get to any PEDs or anything. The left hook doesn't land. Devin's defense isn't bad because Ryan is on PEDs, right? That doesn't make Devin not, have a bad game plan. It's some things that he did wrong there. So again, I have no argument if you feel like PEDs led to his performance. That's cool. I have no argument because we know it was in the system, but I feel like we clearly seen the guy be more prepared. And let's call it what it is. For me, Devin underestimated him. He said everything but that C-level fighter this, not on my level. I'm elite. I'm that other level. I'm that next level. I'm going to show it. He don't belong in the ring with me, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, if that all of that was exactly that way, PEDs or not, he would have beat him up, in my opinion, because I was seeing him gassing, like, and having to really recharge in between combinations. Like, that was very weird to see him perform that bad and have his gas tank be that bad. I never seen Ryan gas tank be that bad. But
damn, his gas tank was shit.
The PEDs, but I'm not attributing the way the fight played out to just that. Like, I think Devin got in there with a guy that was faster, just as big, stronger. You get what I'm saying? And better game plan, and had a better trainer, better prepared too. So, but listen, not to count it out, he could have arguably had an unfair advantage. That's all. You know what I mean? Which would throw all of that shit out the window. You know what I mean? Not everything, because again, unfair advantage or not, his body doesn't control the other dude from not responding, not making adjustments, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is, man. That's how I look at it. Kind of
Gus, I'll be willing to bet.
Was that left hook his whole career? That's all it was. It was the same shit over and over. He looked back, and this is an honest conversation. The thing is not to get emotional about it, right? I don't dismiss what nobody say when it's logical. I could hear you out, but for me, he didn't look like a guy that received benefits. He looked regular as hell. Actually, he looked worse. Like you didn't see his gas tank look that bad in no other fight where he was turning his back at damn near at one point. Dude was
hell. He had a gas tank.
That like that. I was like, dude, what the hell? Dude,
he had a gas tank against Tank.
Yeah, he looked gassed out.
Against Ryan, he had no gas tank. His cardio was shit. I mean, Devin.
Yeah. So look, I can't tell you what I can't say it didn't matter because I won't say that. Notice I'm not saying it didn't matter, but I'm saying you can't attribute the entire performance to Osterine.
It makes me wonder, does Ryan even do road work?
You can do what you want, right? You can see how you want, but if he sees it that way, if him and his team say, yo, the only reason we lost is because he had an unfair advantage, they're going to lose again. It's going to be sooner than later, in my opinion, because that would be them ignoring what's real. And what's obvious is that we wasn't prepared. As much as we thought we wasn't prepared. That's all. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're cheating. Now, you could call him a cheater. I ain't arguing nobody's points, but I just don't think Devin was prepared. I thought he was getting a TikToker. You know what I mean? He approached the fight like he felt like because my skill is so superior to his, now all of a sudden I could be a knockout artist today. I could walk him down today. I could stand right in the pocket and fight this dude. And I think that was just all the wrong tactics. So I think it's a lot of things to examine before you even get to a PED side of it. But it's a layered conversation, right? It's in layers. You just had it, you know what I mean? You had a conversation accordingly. It's tactical errors, mistakes, strategy, game plan, mental mistakes, however you want to look at it. The disadvantages that he faced for the first time that you gotta, when do you remember him being not the faster guy in the ring? And clearly at a power disadvantage, right? That's a lot.
When have you seen him fight somebody bigger than he is?
Yeah, then you factor in the fact that you might not even be as prepared. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, was he sparring anybody that was bigger than he was?
Yeah, man. It is what it is with me, man. Like I said, I'm fair. You just, it's not about agreeing. It's just if you think Ryan was so much faster on the night, No problem, bro. I just didn't see that. I seen an unprepared fighter, and that's why he lost. For the most part, you could say PEDs played a factor. Cool, I'm not no argument. But if it's not the end all be all, you don't have to measure Ryan's speed. We really got eyes. We can see that this dude didn't look exceptionally faster on the night. He just got in there with a guy that was truly unprepared. And the biggest Devin Haney fan better be able to see that shit. That man was not prepared to deal with it, or he wouldn't have got hit with the same punch over and over. We gonna say, yeah, PEDs was why he was so fast. That would be bullshit. That man been fast every single fight. The man had a left hook his entire career. The whole world knew it, including Devin. So again, my final thoughts to that, if he wants to attribute the loss to it just being about PEDs, have at it. But I guarantee you he bound to make the same mistakes and lose again if he's not willing to believe or admit that he wasn't as prepared as what he should have been. He overlooked the dude and underestimated him. He'd be fucking lying because he sat up there and said all this wild shit, and for him not to be prepared. And now you get to fall back on the PED thing is wild because you got to think before this came out, he just had to accept the loss. And then he went out and said, I never got in there with somebody. I've never been overmatched and been in the ring with somebody that was that much better than me. So if y'all telling me that PEDs that popped up and showed up in his system 2 days, the day of and the day after, that was enough to make him perform that much better than Devin Haney on the night, then I'll say we just see it differently, and it's all good. There's no need to agree. I hear your stance. Mine is he wasn't prepared.
Here's the funny part, Just. Imagine if Ryan would have came in with cardio and ready to go, and I mean flat out trained up. I mean, really, think about it. How bad would it have been for Devin if that would have happened?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. But again, I can't wait till the situation over and done with. For me, it's just a conversation. If you really think that the only reason he lost is because of Osterine, have at it. But I mean, if you think Ryan was exceptionally fast or so much hit so much harder on the night, keep in mind he didn't even knock him out. We know what the round was. I can get into all I even got to. He didn't knock him out. So again, he didn't do nothing different. That from all the fights that I've seen Ryan Garcia, he didn't look any faster than me. You measure the speed. That's like who actually does that? Like eye test could tell you, like that the dude didn't look no faster than he typically is. He didn't look stronger than he typically did. He just looked out of shape. He looked out of shape, but better prepared. That's all. That's what I seen. We entitled to see different things. My word is not law. That's just how I seen it. You know what I mean? I'm not a fool. Like, again, that'd be to his own detriment. If he want to say, yeah, it was just Osterine. Yeah, it wasn't me, my lack of preparation for the left hook. It wasn't me overlooking him and classifying him as a C-level fighter. It wasn't the fact that I beat it in my head and drilled it in y'all heads that he didn't improve being an amateur. It was none of that. None of that is the reason. Y'all is 100% Osterine and PEDs. That's why I lost. Have at that shit. But I guarantee you run into a brick wall faster than you think. If that's how you want it. That would be denial. That would be a lack of accountability. The same way Ryan got to hold himself accountable, whether he intentionally or unintentionally got Osterine in his system, he still got to hold himself accountable. Whether or not this dude had PEDs in his system when he beat you, you still got to hold yourself accountable for the actual action that took place and how you prepared, the lack of preparation. It's just like, I hate to mix in situations, but Michelle Rivera had some diuretics in his system. Everybody called it PEDs. He went out there and Frank Martin had the best performance he had in all his career. We seen guys be juiced to the gills and get their ass beat. So that's just a whole nother conversation. That I don't really need to make that argument because that would be like I'm trying to justify it, which I'm not. I just know what I seen. I seen a guy that just wasn't prepared. And some of his biggest fans said the same thing. I seen a bad game plan. No in-fight adjustments, and I seen that was arguably hurt since the first round, fighting off instinct. So credit to the man for hanging in there and being able to, do that. You get what I'm saying? So that man fought in spurts. I've never seen Ryan Garcia have to take breaks that much in the fight in between combinations and stuff like that. It's just not something that I've ever seen. I've seen enough of his fights to know better. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even fight Tank that way. He didn't do that. He wasn't gassed out. And they said he looked so much worse than the Tank fight was. Gas Tank was a lot better because he didn't look like that. That's what I say. I seen a dude that was tired by like the fourth round. That shit looked crazy. Talk about front runner. That dude looked tired by the fourth round, dude. I was like, wow, it's amazing. Like, damn. about to get your ass kicked. Dad about that. I thought Dad was about to kick up from rounds 2 to 6. He was cooking with grease until he landed that shot. You know what I'm saying? He landed that shot.
Yeah, he didn't have no cardio at all.
Mm-hmm. Right, boxing too. I was making.
Look, bro, I'm just getting home.
That's just a real honest conversation. Like, you know, you don't dismiss the Ostarine, but you can attribute everything to it. You know what I mean? It was some mistakes made, Ostarine or not, but if if your mind works like, yeah, he looked that much better than him on the night because, you know, yeah, he had that unfair advantage. He was punching faster, you know what I mean? And, you know, he was hitting harder. But I'm wondering why this, you know, Ostarine supposed to help with endurance and he was gassed by the fourth because that's what it looked like to me. I'm seeing this guy physically damn near turn his back, halfway turn his back. He wasn't fully doing it. That's why the ref couldn't stop him. But halfway turning his back because he was tired. I've never seen him have to resort to that tactic in a fight like that. That shit was crazy. I was like, what the hell is he doing? You know what I mean?
I'm going back to the chat, Just. I just got home and shit, and I got to find me something to eat, bro.
All right.
I'll holla.
Yeah, man. So, again, man, I'm going to say this. If you, you was backstage. I ain't see you, Zoom. If you're trying to find a way to make me say anything other than what I'm saying, you're just trying to find an argument, bro. Like, there's no fucking argument to make. It's this simple, bro. If you want to be a fan of Devin Haney to the point where you feel like steroids was the reason he lost, PEDs, Ostarine, it wasn't that he made no tactical mistakes, have at that. But that would be like ignoring the obvious. It's that simple. Nobody, I don't know why y'all trying to make everything about Ostarine. So if you are a person that believes Devin Haney lost because of Ostarine, have at it. I could care less. I can care less. It's not a guy. I don't go to over above and beyond for no fighter. But y'all want to say that? Y'all want to, if y'all talk all this self-accountability shit, but when it's time for a fighter to look himself in the mirror and say, hey, man, I made mistakes. If he's above correcting mistakes and saying, yo, the only reason I lost is because of PEDs, then he'll be a fool. And nobody should be telling him that shit. That's foolish. It's foolish. There's no argument to make. I've been very straightforward with this shit. Like, I hate this shit only happens when we talking about him. The only fucking fighter in boxing that'll piss you off like this, where his fans go above and beyond. They try to make arguments that you shouldn't make. When a person is being straight down the middle, you still want to try to steer to an argument. The hell? He got beat up because he overlooked him, underestimated him. The dumbass dude said he never improved since an amateur. You hell with all that other shit. You said he never improved as an amateur, bro. An amateur? And you telling me he didn't overlook him? He up here talking about, oh, wallahi, I'm going to knock him out. Y'all keep talking about PEDs all you want. The dude walked himself into that left hook. Walked himself into the damn left hook. What are we talking about? Yeah, PEDs is part, all right, it's a factor. But you will be a fool to say, yeah, PEDs made the left hook connect on his jaw. PEDs made the right hand land on the left side of his jaw. Come on, man. That's not PEDs. That's a guy that wasn't prepared. Damn, it take a real one. It's very simple to see that. Dude wasn't prepared for none of that shit. Talked a whole bunch of shit and didn't prepare. Left hook, C level, and didn't prepare. Didn't prepare for none of it. None of this shit. PEDs had him not answering the phone. PEDs did that. Also made him not controlling on the break and get hooked on the break. PEDs was doing that shit too. That's Devin making mistakes. Devin making mistakes, not PEDs. That's Devin making mistakes and continue to fight the wrong fight. That's having a real conversation, bro. That ain't no PEDs. PEDs ain't do all that. PEDs did not knock him on the ground 3 times. But anyway, I'm off it. I've been very fair. Salute to Devin, salute to Ryan. Hopefully we get the end of this situation. I could care less at this point because he's the only guy where his fan base is trying to force an argument where there is one. There isn't none. Like, you can have your opinion over here. Like, you want to attribute everything, but don't try to tell me I'm not making no argument. I'm just telling it what it is and what I see. He didn't look like no improved fighter. He don't look like he received the benefits. He didn't look like he was faster. He didn't look like he was stronger. The man is getting hit with the brunt of the punches. No slipping, no ducking, no catching of the punch, no none of that. Of course it's going to look like he punching hard. You're running right into it. Show me any of them knockdowns. Them punches all was flush. All of them. That's defensive issues. Him bending over the right has nothing to do with what's in Ryan's body. Nothing. That's him making a mistake. But have at that shit. It's good to know that y'all think he ain't did nothing. Nah, yeah, he wouldn't have been that overmatched. He wouldn't have been in there with somebody that's that much better than him. PEDs don't give you better skills. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Don't make your skills better, and it don't make you smarter. Shits do not make your skills better, bro. Hell no. Adrian Molina, what it do, family? Don't make your skills better. You trash, you trash. If you're not a good fighter, you're not a good fighter. If he was a C-level fighter, Osterine wouldn't have made him no A-level fighter. Man, what the hell we talking about? Show me a steroid that made somebody better. Yeah, it enhances abilities, right? But make you better? If you don't got it, you don't got it. Ain't no steroid you're going to take that's going to make you have it. What we talking about? And we know this shit. We know it. We seen plenty of juice heads go in there and get their asses beat. Plenty of them. When you don't have it, you don't have it. The fact of the matter is, this is a tough pill for people to swallow. Ryan was never this trash fighter. I don't even want to give him no grade. He was never this trash fighter that people said he was. Maybe if they would have gave the man some credit, maybe if they gave him his just due, maybe if they'd have actually treated him like he was a real fighter, then they would have had a better showing. Maybe they would have prepared for the left hook. Maybe instead of sitting up, running your mouth, talking about how you're going to knock him out and he ain't got shit but a left hook, you would have actually prepared for it. Damn, this dude, man, missed me with that shit, man. It's the only fan base, bro. The dude is not the jab is not what y'all said it was because it got a flaw in it. Ryan Garcia was fast enough and strong enough to exploit the flaw. He was big enough as well. At no point in 31 fights have he fought somebody the size of Ryan Garcia with the combination of speed and power. That's number one. That's before you even get to a damn PED. Come on, man. How he defended himself, that shit is on him. I'm not justifying Ryan taking shit, but I ain't dumb. I know what I seen. That shit don't make you better. That dude, his gas tank was shit. We keep talking about Osterine. Osterine ain't make him stronger, faster. So why the hell was his gas tank like shit? Because it's supposed to help with endurance too. What I read on it, I physically read my eyes. This shit's supposed to help with endurance. Why was his gas tank shitty? People ain't going to examine that because it don't help you make no argument. His gas tank was shitty. That was the worst I ever seen Ryan Garcia in any of his 20-something odd fights that he had. He ain't never looked that bad physically. Tired. Come on, man. The dude throwing 4 or 5 punch combinations and sitting there, just sitting there having to recharge the batteries. He had a wounded animal in front of him. You get what I'm saying? Miss me with that. That dude looked like shit in that fight. He didn't do nothing. In my opinion, Ryan Garcia looked the same way he always looked. I seen him make the same mistakes he made in a tank fight. In this fight, the difference is one guy capitalized, the other guy didn't. That's all I'm saying, man. He made mistakes in there. If he want to tell himself, yeah, he only beat me because he had an unfair advantage, take that shit to your grave, bro. I could care less. I know what I've seen. So go in there again in a rematch and say the only reason he beat me is because of this or because of that. That's the first time you got in there with somebody that had a speed and power advantage over you and is comparable to you, if not bigger than you in size. It was physical attributes got this fight won, and game planning, better preparation. Derrick James was the better trainer all around the board. People don't want to acknowledge that. He actually had Ryan locked in and paying attention. That's how you do it, man. So that's my final thoughts on it. Only time I speak on this again about this PD shit is if they come out and he did prove or didn't prove. Salute to my bro Creo, the Traveler. Salute Just Do Your Queen. Keep up the great work. Much love to my bro Creo, putting the cover in the chat. Salute to you, bro. Another dope build. Salute to the family. Much love.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Salute to my guy Creo. Much love. Osterine can do anything that cardio can't do. Shit is just a shortcut. Yeah, man. If it's supposed to help with endurance and it didn't do it, that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Bottom line is, it was some mistakes being made. If Ryan cheated, that's one thing. That doesn't excuse him cheating if he cheated. But if you gonna say the only reason he won is because of this, then you just lying to yourself and you're not being real. And I guarantee you, if your guy, if he believes that same shit, he's gonna make that mistake sooner than later again because he in denial. I don't give a damn what you say. The fight still happened. The fight played out. You had 12 rounds. You gonna tell me in 12 rounds, he just Osterine gave this man superpowers or something? Hell no. Hell no. So you got to be real with yourself and say, look, I made mistakes in that fight. Yeah, he probably was cheating, but I made some mistakes. That's all simple. One don't justify the other. Mistakes were made, but mistakes or not, he's still arguably on or off. Like, it's simple. You know what I'm saying? Tank with those left hooks. If he was on PEDs, I don't think he would have caught Tank with the left hooks because Tank knows how to control the lead hand. Tank was able to take his left hand away from him respectfully. Like, that's what I seen. I seen him make the same mistakes, but Tank took the left hand away. Tank took the left hand away. One guy didn't. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, Tank took it away. Dodge J, much love, much appreciation. Putting that cover in the chat, man. Salute to you, bro. Say cooking. Appreciate
and we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my bro. Much love to y'all, man, holding me down in the chat. Salute to everybody in the Cash App as well. Just another dope build in the book. Salute to my guy, the Chop Shop Big Doses, my guy. I just had to for me, my feelings is consistent. I'm fair. I know nothing I said justify anything Ryan did, but I just know how to have a conversation outside of PEDs too. I know how to look at strategy, implemented, game plan, execution. I know how to look at those things and say, and I know how to look at a coach and see who's giving the better in-fight adjustments, who's coaching, who has the better guy. And I can look at those as realistic factors. You can't throw all of that stuff out the window and say it's only Osterine alone. So that's just for me. You know what I mean? But it's always a build, man. Much love to everybody, man. Man, we ain't got to though, man. But it's always love, Chop. So it don't matter. You my guy. That's all that matters. Don't mess with Texas. Peace, family. Zoom verse, my bro. Much love to all y'all. Man, and Dose, you know how to have a conversation. So it's all love, bro. Salute to you. Appreciate y'all. Always appreciate you. Salute to everybody in the Cash App. Salute to my bros in the super chat. Another dope build. Ryan, clear your name. You owe that to Devin. You owe that to boxing. You owe that to your family, the people that's rocking with you, your fan base. You owe that to that man. That's the least you could do. If you don't do nothing else, do right by Dev by making sure you do everything in your power to get your name right with the people in boxing, because you owe that to them. I don't give a damn what you talking about. As far as the Devin Haney loss in Mexico, that's more cap. I think they just try to pile on because he actually took a loss. So some people wanted to drum up some shit from his past where it's a longer version of that. I'm going to try to do my due diligence. I'm going to try to get the longer version of that video so I can show y'all that he really beat that dude. He didn't lose to him. That was just people reaching, man. He ain't take no loss in Mexico. So that was just some more fake news, man. Salute to Dev. Fight your fight, bro. You ain't did shit wrong. You took an L. Understand you made some mistakes in that fight because you human. That's all. And those, as long as you identify the mistakes made, you could correct them. Now, it's not for him to worry about what Ryan did. He got to clear his name. If he don't, I hope it get turned into a no contest. You get your O back and you get to continue being great. That's where I'm at with it. And Ryan, you getting sued by Prime. You got a lot going on. You got to get your name right, bro. I can't rock with nobody that's cheating, man. And that is it for boxing, man. So with that, man, salute to everybody, all the fam in the building. Salute to y'all. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Sub to the channel if you haven't. Turn y'all notifications on and keep rocking with your boy. And we gonna leave with this.
Thank you very much for being here for what I truly believe will be the changing of the guard of Mexican boxing from Canelo Alvarez to Jaime Munguia. To be clear, I have nothing but respect for Canelo Alvarez as a fighter. He has spent much of the last 2 months insulting me rather than promoting this fight. Yes, I have faced a lot of challenges in my life. Yes, I've been to rehab several times. Golden Boy built Canelo Alvarez, period. The company you fought under for decades has always had one name, and it's mine. So put some respect on it.
Tienen que escribirle lo que tiene que decir este pinche maricón, cabrón. Tú no escribes nada, cabrón.
Calm down. Just relax. I mean, the guy's an absolute unprofessional. He's a scumbag.
and Canelo failed 2 drug tests?
Relax. He's swing freeze. Yeah. He's a f***ing asshole. That's what I say. He's a f***ing asshole. He tried to keep the attention for him, not for Munguia. He's a f***ing asshole. He steals his fighters. That's what he do.
All I do is work for the fighter. All I do is make sure the fighter makes the most money.
He's a liar.
Him saying that I steal from a fighter, that's defamation. I don't like that.
Don't be a scumbag and try to sue him now.
Get the f*** out of here, man. Please get the f***.
You look like you were going to punch him.
Yeah, I will. If he come closer, I fuck him.